My congratulations on defeating Harkon. Clearly, you are the superior vampire. You are the new master. We bow to your power.
I sit upon a throne of darkness and send my minions under light of moon to torment and feed upon those who oppress the people I wish to save. The Forsworn fight in the hills, unaware of the night creatures that aid their cause, those that I command to terrorize Nordic villages and slaughter their soldiers. You would think this is progress, and that I am glad, yet I am disappointed. The result is the same. The wheel keeps turning, grinding a growing mountain of corpses into blood, a slaughter with no yield, a bottomless cup into which I pour. Why do I do this when it brings me no closer to my goal? I'm surrounded by hunger, cloaked in gnashing teeth and glowing eyes. I believe I am losing sight of who I am. Thane Askeladd, Dragonborn, Nuada, son of Neve, Lord of the Volkahar. Me. I leave the castle in Garen's capable hands. I need time to think.
It worked! I knew you'd come, I just knew it! An assassin from the Dark Brotherhood!
Why help the boy, you ask? I don't know. Perhaps I just think it's a good idea to get closure before you become a man, I guess. Lack of it has surely put me where I am today. And after all, what's one more corpse to the pile?
Aha! I knew you could do it, I just knew it! I knew the Dark Brotherhood would save me!
You see, that little Aretino boy was looking for the Dark Brotherhood. For me and my associates. If you turn around, you'll notice my guests. You see, there's a contract out on one of them, and that person can't leave this room alive. Make your choice. Make your kill. I just want to observe and admire.
Clearly we got it.
Well, well, aren't we the overachiever? But why stop here? I say we take our relationship to the next level. I would like to officially extend to you an invitation to join my family, the Dark Brotherhood. In the southwest reaches of Skyrim, in the Pine Forest, you'll find the entrance to our sanctuary. I'll see you at home.
Alright, welcome back to the Tale of Askeladd. I hope you enjoyed the little backstory introduction, and it sort of brings you up to speed where we are. Now, while that is a more sort of interesting sort of backstory, well, not backstory, but, little bit of story bridging the gap between the last episode and this episode is we basically did a lot of boring stuff. So I went ahead and decided to level up enchanting and get it maxed out because it's not a very engaging thing to watch as part of a playthrough. So I did max out enchanting, and I also spent a bunch of time sort of basically training next to a giant and trying to cheese it and try and up restoration, and which also, and also two-handed sort of naturally went up a bit and such. But now we got alteration, we got up to expert perks. So I went and got my hands on ebony flesh. I went and got my hands on closed wounds because we grinded the hell out of restoration. And so respite is helpful, especially as a vampire, and necromage, especially as a vampire, give us some bonuses. But yeah, that's where we're at with restoration. I think all of our skills are all pretty similar. I went to Hendrheim and stored a bunch of gear and so on. Plus, I made myself some new leather scout armor, signature for this character. For the moment, we do need some more signature armors or something later on, but for the moment, we can't figure it out. But basically, we've got the armor and the hood both reduce alteration and restoration casting costs. So even when because once we're in daylight, we get a big hit to our magicka, we can still get off one ebony flesh. And just to clarify too, we upgraded health, and that's what we've been doing the whole time. But then we switched to stamina once we got to 500 health. And I think I said that last episode, just because it's kind of getting to the point where it's like we've got plenty of health, but like the lack of stamina in regards to like carrying over to carry weight and power attack effectiveness. And we're trying to go longer without the Magicka, but to be honest, I feel like I'm going to start working on Magicka too, because it's kind of getting a little silly at this point. But we've gotten far without it, and if we do want to go down a more magical route with, the College of Winterhold quest lines and stuff like that later on, probably, what do we got? Like, a lot of these, actually, I wonder if I have to, oh no, that is actually, that is boosted from already, I think. I'm just double checking that everything is boosted with the Necromage perk, but regardless, sorry, I was in the middle of telling you, the gauntlets, the ring and necklace all boost archery and two-handed damage, because that's kind of our priority things. We're going to need archery more for this Dark Brotherhood questline, and the boots increases our stamina further and stamina regeneration, so we don't have that thing where we can't like sprint in the middle of the day and stuff because we're a vampire. And that's it. And obviously we went and did the whole Aventus Arantino thing, and the vampires have been attacking Nords and sort of indirectly helping the Reachmen and so on, but now we're exploring other avenues of influence, and we're interested by the Dark Brotherhood. Silence, my brother. But yeah, I'm really glad you guys really enjoyed the more cinematic sort of style for the Dawn Guard episode of the Let's Play. And I'm trying to kind of, like a lot of the videos we're trying to elevate the sort of cinematic components of the channel and try and push the cinematic storytelling across all videos and even this. And yeah, we're just trying new things. So, but I'll shush now because we're about to... Actually, there is a skill book just here, isn't there? Yeah. Oh, there we go. Alteration up. All right.
Ah, at last. I hope you found the place all right.
So what happens now?
Well, what happens now is you start your new life in the Dark Brotherhood. You're part of the family, after all. This, as you can see, is our sanctuary. You won't find a safer place in all of Skyrim. So get comfortable.
I'm going to remain silent.
Yes, the silence suits you. Gives you an air of mystery. Now, down to business. I'm arranging a job for you. But in the meantime, go talk to Nazir. He may have some smaller contracts to tide you over. Soon, the Night Mother will arrive. And things around here are sure to get even more interesting. But one last thing. A welcome home present. The armor of the Dark Brotherhood. May it serve you well in all your endeavors.
Yeah.
Sure, introduce yourself to your new family.
Look, we can try it on just for fun, but it's obvious.
They're all very eager to meet you.
Yeah, it's a look. I think the hood's kind of what really throwing it off. Like, that's all right. That's pretty cool. I love I think it's Frankly HD's retexture, which keeps it upgraded. But yeah, I'm gonna go with this. The leather scout stuff is just too... Oh my goodness. I've realized I haven't named them. Like, everything's Askeladd's ring, necklace, hood, gauntlets, armor. Completely just missed it with the boots. A shame. A true shame. So I've kept the staff around for backup. Obviously, we found this in a dungeon ages ago, and that's going to be relevant for the Master Alteration quest. But yeah, well, let's go ahead and
I'm afraid I don't have a primary
meet people.
contract for you yet.
Again. Do the part where he tries to buy you some candy.
Okay, wait. Here we go. Oh, you're such a pretty little girl. Would the sweetie like a sweetie? Oh yes, how about some chocolate? Oh yes, please, kind sir. My mama and papa left me all alone, and I'm so very hungry. I know a shortcut to the candy shop, through this alley. Oh yeah, very good, very good. My, it's dark down here. Oh, but you're so beautiful. Such a lovely smile. Your teeth! No! Arrgh!
Oh, Babette, but you are so wicked.
What about you, Festus? How did that last contract turn out?
Oh, yes, please, old man. Regale us with your tales of wizardry.
Ah, the young and stupid. Always mocking the experienced and brilliant. My contract went very well, I'll have you know. Tried a new spell. Little something I've been working on in my spare time. Came this close to turning that priest inside out. Damned messy.
And what of your latest, Arnbjorn? Something about a Khajiit. Merchant, was it?
Oh, a big doggy chasing a little kitty. How adorable.
I am not adorable, it was not funny, and he wasn't a merchant. He was a Khajiit monk, a master of the Whispering Fang style. But now he's dead, and I have a new loincloth.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna quickly get this show. Just some classic bands.
Yes, you're the new
There you are.
family.
Astrid's told me all about you. Heard you
Consider
pulled
me
the
the
old
cranky old
choose your
uncle
victim
nobody
gad with you.
talks to. You go
Ah,
your way,
I
I'll
love
go
that one.
mine.
I'm just gonna say it's nice to meet you, Babette.
You're going to love it here. We have a lot of fun, and we look out for each other, just like any family.
She kind of looks a little odd. I don't know if her neck.
I'm just a little girl. The Dark Brotherhood killed my mama and papa, and then they took me captive. Please, please help me. Rather convincing, don't you think? In truth, I'm no more a little girl than you are. I was once, of course, 300 years ago. Vampirism tends to keep one remarkably fresh. Kill well and often.
It's pretty crazy that. That's all before. That's basically she's been alive throughout all of the mainline Elder Scrolls games. What do we got that. Do you know who I actually quite like?
Don't let my appearance throw you off. I'm older than you, a lot older. Getting bitten by
Who
a
am I looking
vampire
for?
when you're 10 will do that to a girl.
The Dark Elf woman. I like her little story. Yeah. Just
New brother, may I offer my most sincere welcome to our family.
it's nice to meet you.
You certainly have a strange energy about you. I look forward to following your progress.
What can you tell me about yourself?
What a curious question. Well, I enjoy moonlit nights, taking long walks on the beach, knitting, and unicorns. In fact, I once took a seaside stroll on a moonlit night and discovered a unicorn, which I proceeded to stab in the throat with a crochet needle. I'm a woman of refined yet simple tastes.
Cute.
Darkness guide you.
I'm kind of just talking to the members, but I'll talk to some of them more gradually. Later.
Welcome, my brother. Welcome to our sanctuary. You have made the right choice joining us, I assure you.
It's nice to
Just
meet you.
trust in Astrid, follow her orders, and you'll do fine here. Once I was a shadow scale, an assassin in service to the King of Black Marsh, trained by the Dark Brotherhood since the day of my hatching. Ah, but that was a lifetime ago. Today, I am the last of my kind. My order is extinct. Now, I happily serve Astrid in this sanctuary. I am a trained killer, and once again have been given purpose. Life is good. Kill well.
Cool. All right. Well, let's move on. I guess Askeladd's not really here necessarily to make friends. It's about connections and so on. And obviously, the whole vampirism thing is kind of, you know, darkened, I guess, his outlook a little bit. He's very into the sort of use the shadows and to be manipulative, and perhaps all of this behind the scenes manipulation is what will help him truly get a hold on his goals. But let's talk to
So
Nazir.
you're the newest member of our dwindling, dysfunctional little family. I've heard quite a bit about you.
Nice brows. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Save the niceties for now. I have no intention of getting invested in someone who may be dead tomorrow. If you're still breathing in a few weeks, I'm sure we'll be the best of friends.
Astrid said you'd have some work for me.
Did she now? Well, as it turns out, there are a few lingering contracts we haven't had the chance to complete just yet. And more, dribbling in from time to time. I'll assign them to you as they become available, to be completed at your leisure.
Sounds simple enough.
It is. These aren't particularly glamorous assassinations, I'll be honest. Don't pay much either. But they'll keep you busy. Just do them as you're able. There's no real time limit. The targets aren't going anywhere. You can turn each one in as it's completed, or wait and turn in the whole group when all the targets have been eliminated. Whichever works for you.
I don't even want to ask him. I'm ready for the first set of contracts.
Well then, let's get... Your targets are the beggar Narfi, an ex-miller named Enodius Papias, and Baytild. When you've completed all those, we'll see if I might have some more.
Alright,
Go on now.
cool. Easy peasy. Let's go kill. Let's get started. So, we are going to be using the Bow of Shadows for this. Obviously, this is where all the stealth archer preparation comes in handy. But yeah, as for this, the Dark Brotherhood, like, obviously we're going to have to work to make any of the role-playing things sort of, you know, fit in for this character. And a big part of this character's sort of thing and motivation at the moment, you know, discovered through the vampires, is control of all the behind-the-scenes politics, ways to sort of manipulate things in a less direct way. And we'll see how that goes. So we've got Dawnstar, Narfi, and yeah, so let's do Iverstead first. This should be easy. But yeah, so like overall the goal for the character at the moment really is this sort of like darker arc, getting it's kind of like when, kind of the way I feel about it is when you have a character that has really got this goal and they're fighting so hard for this goal, but
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. Now there's a new lady in charge of the orphanage in Riften. She asked me to hand out these notices to everyone I met. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
All right. Cool. Ignoring that. Really like interested in the cause, and really want to fight for the cause so bad, but then gets wrapped up in the method of how to do it. But then it kind of starts being like, imagine getting so invested in fighting for what you want, but then you're kind of losing sight of why you're doing what you're doing in the first place. And I guess that's how it's going to be for this character, for Askeladd. We'll just pop a nice little arrow in there. Okay, let's just do it in the butt then. Because the head missed. See these catfish. Take that. Cool. Narfi down. Oh, actually. I'll try and pick up the arrows when I can, because these are those dark arrows from the Seducer stuff. Windhelm Stables. I really do like the archery overhaul. just looks much, I don't know, it's much cleaner, it's less obtrusive. I enjoy it. What a beautiful morning. We might have to deal with that dragon. Gone. See how nice that looked? It's just like this really... It's a... Okay, hold on. That, like, kill of that ice, like, you know, it just looks so smooth and connected. It's really nice. We don't really need to rely on the staff, what do you call it? The candlelight. Oh, that was what I was going to do, actually. Getting a wearable lantern. I have got the mod for it, but I noticed I tried to fix up the inside of the dark. Let me just check every setting I've got. Give me 5 seconds. I'm going to fix some things up. There we go. That's much better. Now we're just going to pretend I had that lantern all along. But yeah, that should help us in a lot of the dark areas to sort of circumvent. Like, I was playing, it was dark, but YouTube definitely made the last episode darker than I'm... Like, YouTube's sort of compression or whatever it does, it kind of darkens a lot of the footage when you upload a video, so I didn't really notice until it was out, and then everyone's watching it and enjoying it.
Wherever the Daedra hide, the Vigil of Stendar will cast them into the light.
Okay. Actually, wrong way around, I think. That feels better. Not gonna happen. I'm getting too good at Snake. Oh, don't shoot them. Oh, I do have Dragon Rend, don't I? Oh, I did do Ebony Flesh, but... Well, that was a bit of a... Once again, professional Dragon Slayer, you know. I don't even want it to, like... Yeah, we've got so much gold, I can't even be bothered dealing with them. Look at this, I'm trying to be a subtle assassin, and it's like I make the biggest, most bombastic entrance ever. It's all good. Oh no, the dragon killed him. Damn right, shame. Yeah, let's go to the Hall of the Vigilant. We'll go handle this other thing. I will have to say, it's kind of... For the Dark Brotherhood questline of Skyrim, I find it's a very cool, like, sort of... The actual introduction process is really cool, like getting kidnapped in the middle of the night and that whole thing. And there's lots of, like, atmosphere and stuff. But the actual first 3 missions are really kind of plain, sort of uninspired assassinations. I feel like they kind of just threw a few extra in just to fill it out. Whereas I just remember in Oblivion, you know, the first one is that... I'm pretty sure it's the first one with the... Oh no, the first one's the pirate, isn't it? And then the second one is the sneaking onto the ship, the pirate ship. And then the second one is the wood elf. Or maybe not a wood elf. Maybe that's just my memory. But the guy in Bruma, which you can, like, sort of unfasten the top of the... what do you call it? The thing that holds the moose head up and you can drop it on his head. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. But yeah. Oh, I'll get rid of this iron lantern, keep it off when it's not needed. God. Gorgeous. And look. Oh no, that perfectly fit. That fit really well. This is a new, not the stunning statues, but a different individual statue. I'll pray to Debella, why not? It's I just thought it's a very nice statue, a bit more of a natural looking body. I can't remember if I've said this in a podcast or in another Let's Play or something, but I do kind of prefer like realism to the point of like, I know in I think the Stunning Statues Debella version, it's like kind of better than the original. It's a nicer form, but the tits look very like fake. Like they like look like, you know, rounded. They don't like look natural, if that makes sense. And you know, I don't know, that just doesn't look realistic to like what a medieval fantasy would have. I feel like they should look rather natural. So I do prefer ones that look a bit more believable, you know. It's all about the immersion. Dawnstar, look at this.
Tools, wares, and weapons, all for sale at fair prices.
Actually, they have...
So many refuse to talk to us. Take a look.
They do have more interesting stuff thanks to the curios thing. Yeah. Ambrosia. I would like to use... I think Valkyrie has a really good redone alchemy trait. I think I mentioned it. I've probably mentioned this before, but there's a while between these Let's Plays. But if we were to do another one, I think an alchemy character would be really fun. Because it's one I don't pay a lot of mind to. Here we go. We're going to get another quest.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. I've got a letter and a lot of gold. Something about it being your, inheritance. Oh, and sorry for your loss. I have a letter here for you. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
I think the letter from Codria, I'm pretty sure that's starting the Cause quest line, which is the Creation Club stuff. I don't know if it really fits a Dark Brotherhood quest line. I won't do that here, but... Man, this didn't work out how they intended it. Like the whole inheritance thing, me just getting random gold from someone I had killed.
Divine sake, Skald. Who do you think we're threatening with our old war wounds? We're not soldiers anymore.
Your man Horik is wearing his old Legion armor. What should I make of that?
He's proud of his service, Skald. The Legion taught us loyalty, and we're loyal to Dawnstar.
This isn't over. I get you.
Just thinking of a good angle to get rid of the classic save scum. One a day's work. I suppose we've got the Mythic Dawn Museum as well to do. I think we'll do... I don't know, maybe... I don't know if an individual Mythic Dawn episode would work, or... I plan on doing an episode dedicated to each of the guilds, one to the Civil War, and probably... And obviously the Dragonborn DLC as well eventually. And then maybe there will be another one for like additional quests. Now this is obviously a mod. This is added from the... Beyond Skyrim project for all of the...
Captain Olmsted of the Dawn's Venture, formerly of the Celestine.
Okay. This is basically, it adds a bunch of new items and wares from across the different mod projects from Beyond Skyrim that are coming up. And I thought it's like a nice little niche way. I mean, we could even potentially do Beyond Skyrim
is it?
Bruma, but I don't know.
Welcome, welcome. Cardana Paulo, traveling purveyor of knickknacks. Another soon-to-be-satisfied customer.
See, so, yeah, Elid War Axe, Bamboo Hidden Sticks, Bone Mold War Axe, Khajiit Iron Saber, a Dun Pickaxe, a Mithril Battle Axe, Raga Greatsword. Like, a lot of these are really nice. Like, it's cool. I wish they do have this kind of thing in Elder Scrolls 6 where they just add in a bunch of items from foreign lands. It just gives you many more options for builds. Saxial Knife. They don't look all that effective, do they? Some of the chitin closed helmet. You might recognize some of these armor pieces from the interesting Elder Scrolls 6 idea video we did recently, where I was sort of flexing some of the new editing things I've learned. But yeah, I thought I'd just show you while I'm here.
Expect I'll be here a while, so do come back to see what new finds I've chanced upon.
Anyways, back to becoming a Dark Brotherhood assassin. I can't be bothered doing the Cicero help out Cicero thing. It's not that important. Yeah, back to the sanctuary. So it's a completely different view in the daytime. Like when we first started the episode, it was all like snowy and dark and atmospheric. And now it's this little hidden sanctuary in the middle of the day.
But the Night Mother is mother to all. It is her voice we follow, her will. Would you dare risk disobedience? And surely punishment?
Keep talking, little man, and we'll see who gets punished.
Oh, be quiet, you great lumbering lapdog. The man has had a long journey. You can at least be civil. Mr. Cicero, I, for one, am delighted you and the Night Mother have arrived. Your presence here signals a welcome return to tradition.
Oh, what a kind and wise wizard you are, sure to earn Our Lady's favor.
You and the Night Mother are of course welcome here, Cicero. And you will be afforded the respect deserving of your position as keeper. Understood, husband?
Her. Oh, yes, yes, yes! Thank you, thank you, thank you!
But make no mistake. I am the leader of this sanctuary. My word is law. Are we clear on that point?
Oh, yes, mistress. Perfectly. You're the boss.
Ah, there you are. Good. I was done speaking with that muttering fool anyway. We've got some business to discuss.
Do you have a contract for me?
I do indeed. You must go to the city of Markarth and speak with the apothecary's assistant. You'll probably find her in the Hag's Cure when the shop is open. The girl's been running her mouth. Wants an ex-lover killed. She's apparently performed the Black Sacrament. Her name is Muiri. I need you to talk to her, set up the contract, and carry it out.
Anything else?
Just do whatever the contact wishes. Be professional, represent us well, and get the job done. Since it's your first contract, I'll let you keep whatever Muiri pays. She'll be generous, I'm sure. They always are.
Something I want to establish too for Askeladd here is I think he is strategically he's not being forthright with every bit of prestige and sort of, you know, his position and power. Like he's like obviously clearly capable as an assassin and everything, but I don't think he's really letting on. It's like, oh, I'm actually the Dragonborn. Oh, I'm also, you know, Jarl of Thane of Whiterun. You know, I'm also I've also leader of the Volkar clan of vampires. You know, he's just kind of presenting himself as a vampire.
Not a horker. Another member of the family. Hello, hello. So very good to meet you.
I'm gonna remain silent.
Ooh, so silent, so menacing. A true assassin of the old way. Cicero likes you. Oh yes, Cicero likes you indeed.
What can you tell me about yourself?
Me? Oh, Cicero is just the keeper. I keep. I look after our matron, you see, the Night Mother. I keep her clean and protected and happy. But I am not the listener. Oh, no. There is no listener. Not yet. But someday, I pray that one will come to hear her.
That's enough. It's enough listening from me, to be honest.
Still here? What's the matter? Can't handle what I'm throwing your way? Good. And I hope you were careful in that lumber mill. Your payment for a job well done.
If you don't mind, I'm going to kind of just slam through these, because otherwise he'll sort of take forever.
Of course, I could do this all day.
Like, this isn't what I would call valuable dialogue, if you know what I'm saying.
Congratulations. Here's your payment.
More contracts?
I'm sorry, I don't. Come see me again later.
Okay, cool. Here it is. We haven't talked to Arnbjorn yet.
Don't take offense to the nicknames, morsel. I'm a werewolf. Hard not to think of you as a snack.
I mean, I'm a vampire, but okay.
Look, if you're trying to get to know me, don't. I don't like you, and I never will. It's nothing personal, but my wife trusts you, and I trust her judgment, so you can't be all bad. Here's all you need to know. I'm a werewolf. I like killing things. I love Astrid. I hate annoying people, and the color blue gives me a headache.
Okay.
Until next time, brother.
Unclear as to why you actually dislike me, but whatever. You're a Nord. Man. Falkreath, the origins of forest mod with all this underbrush stuff. So beautiful. Anyway, off we go back into the Reach to Markarth. We'll make the travel, fast in the night as a vampire, and see what's going on. And that's right, that's something else to consider as well. The Stormcloaks are now in control of the Reach. So, Askeladd is creating a good opportunity for the Forsworn. Like, you know, to start off, A, helps Madanark get out ages ago, so they can run the rebellion from the outside. And then B, he in season unending, he basically changes hands from Imperial control into Stormcloak control. But, you know, that transition is bound to create some unrest. And then with that considered afterwards, you've got the vampire menace now being targeting the sort of Nordic occupiers of Markarth and so on, and sort of helping indirectly the Forsworn cause. So yeah, here's Muri.
Why are you looking at me like that?
The Dark Brotherhood has come, Muri.
The Dark Brotherhood. Oh, my goodness, you're really here. The Black Sacrament. It actually worked?
Obviously. Now tell me what you need.
What I need? What I need is for Elaine Dufont to die. I want him hunted down and murdered like the dog he is.
I'll need more to go on than that.
I didn't know it when we were with each other, but Elaine is actually the leader of a band of cutthroats. Bandits. They're holed up in some old dwarven ruin. Raldbathar. It's near Windhelm. They use it as their base. It's where they stage their raids. I want you to go to that ruin, find Elaine Dufont, and kill him. I don't care about his friends. Do whatever you want with them. But Elaine has to die.
It'll be done.
Excellent. Once Elaine is dead, I'll pay you. In gold. I've saved up a bit. I hope that'll do. But, well, there is one more thing. If you're interested.
I'm listening.
If you can, I want you to kill someone else as well. You don't have to, not as part of our deal, but if you do, I'll pay you even more. It's Nilsine Shattershield in Windhelm. If Nilsine dies too, I'll make it worth your while.
Alright, now I'm curious. Tell me the full story. Why do you want Elaine dead?
I went to Windhelm to see the Shattershields. They were old and dear friends, and in mourning. Frigga was killed recently. Murdered. I met Elaine in the tavern, while I was drinking my sadness away. He was handsome and charming. He said I was the beautiful lily of his dreams. Elaine made all the pain just go away. But it was all lies. Elaine used me. He ruined my name, destroyed my friendship with the Shattershields. Do you know why Elaine was in Windhelm? He heard about Frigga's murder. He wanted to befriend the family, in their grief, and rob them blind. Elaine used me to get close to my friends. And now they all think I'm some kind of monster. Elaine Dufont took my life, and now I'm taking his.
And Nilsine... Sorry. And Nilsine Shattershield. Why must she die?
Don't you see? I was like a daughter to Tova. A sister to Nilsine and Frigga. But the family refuses to believe my innocence, no matter what I say. Couldn't they understand that I was used? That I was grieving for Frigga too? No, they treated me like garbage, threw me away. With Nilsine dead, maybe then Tova will realize what she's lost, huh? Maybe then she'll see that I was just as much a daughter as the others. And if not, may she drown in her own tears. Make them all pay for what they've done to me.
I can do that. I feel like you could possibly talk things through. Possibly. But, if you'd rather I just pull the bowstring, so to say, then let's do it. Askeladd is not going to complain. He's not going to obsess over other people's moral obligations or lack thereof. So, let the arrows fly. We should keep Ebony Flesh locked and close wounds. I reckon we're just gonna sort of waltz in with this one because we don't have to not be seen or anything like that. Look at that moon in the background. But yeah, I think the lantern makes things much more enjoyable. I'd love to hear what you guys see. But I did try and fix up the interiors a little bit with the NB settings to make it just a little bit sort of too light for me. But on YouTube, that should balance out and create a situation where it's perfect for you guys. See, with, what have we got with, if we have the armor on, 434, yeah, that's pretty powerful. I think we get 200 from the suit of armor. As you can see, we're still playing on expert difficulty. It's not, I don't know, I'm kind of happy with where it is. Makes it a nice, relaxing Let's Play, and I'm sure there's always some kind of, like, boss or something. I mean, I am just taking out, like, basic animals. What does this one open? Another black reach.
Mine. Damn you!
Mercy! Damn you!
In we go. I'm just going to cut through his whole gang. Why? Because we can. And stealth really isn't part of this contract, so... why not? And I did take someone's advice and got the JS lockpicking interface. Since, you know, something prettier to look at while we spend time here, while I try and figure out a master lock. It was like here-ish. Okay. We'll get there one day, don't worry. Oof. Oh, that might have been too much of a... oh, there we go. I mean, I don't know why I can't just... whoops, wrong one. Damn. Oh god, it's such a clean, nice flow of motion from the sneak mode. Okay, there's the unique Aegis Bane. Maybe I'll pick it up. Probably there's somewhere in Hendrheim I can probably keep that. And it's like we got plenty of carry weight, so... yep. I don't need any of this. Simple. Archery gameplay overhaul makes it so nice to use archery, and obviously I've got other things with the sneak, with the snake animations, but pretty gorgeous. Okay, Windhelm it is. Time to get rid of Nilsine, because bitter old Muri wants Tova to suffer. Might be good if we don't use an iron lantern. Let's just feeling it out. Maybe it's really close. Hold on. I'm actually kind of at a loss for this one. Good thing we have hundreds of lockpicks. Oh, there was... Yikes. Damn it. Okay. Never get frustrated and rush, because it always... It's kind of like that Dark Souls principle. It always happened to me in Dark Souls when... If you get frustrated because you lost against the boss, if you just rush in like, oh, I'm just going to go, you just lose again. You got to go in with that calm mind. Oh, actually. Right in the head. Let's see if I can get my arrow back. I cannot. Why not? Not the worst way to go, to be honest. An arrow between the eyes while you're asleep. She would have just gone to sleep and never woken up again. Hate to freak you guys out, but like, really think about that right now. Like, the idea of if you go to sleep, but then you'll never wake up again. Kind of makes it seem scary. Like you'd never know if that's going to happen to you.
Well, what news?
Elaine?
Elaine?
Yeah, he's dead.
Thank you. That bastard got exactly what he deserved. And I heard about Nilsine. You have more than fulfilled your part of the bargain. Please, take this, as payment and a symbol of my affection. I'll never forget you.
Because I'm pretty sure now you can marry her. Kind of a little funny that Miri's like low-key a little bit messed in the head. I love the weather mods that like give you different weather. Like, you know, it can sort of snow in Markarth and you'll kind of get different. God, it's gorgeous. Yeah, I guess it's back to the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary for me. But yeah, in the future too, like, I think we will go into some heavy armor, or the way I'm kind of thinking for this character, if I want to give, because obviously there is a character build that you can do for any kind of character. And when you're following in exactly a character build, like you've obviously got your perk stats and so on, like very laid out. It's less of an organic role-playing experience, more of a confined one. And then you also have very clear goals, like I'm going to do these factions, these quests, the other ones just don't make sense or aren't relevant to this character. Whereas this character fits more so the organic role-playing style because we've gone in for a more fluid sort of completionist style playthrough. So we want to basically be able to, through role-playing means, justify like doing the Thieves Guild, College of Winterhold, and sort of create different character arcs and therefore different sort of skill sets to use. And I think the sort of wizened robe-wearing sage mode Askeladd is somewhere to go eventually, probably after
you're
the Thieves
back.
Guild.
So, how went your first real contract? A bit more exciting than what Nazir's been offering, I'd wager?
I'm just going to be silent.
Very well. I respect your discretion. Now, I need your assistance with a matter of a more personal nature.
Something wrong?
It's Cicero. Ever since he arrived, his behavior's been, well, erratic would be an understatement. I do believe he is truly mad, but it's worse than that. He's taken to locking himself in the Night Mother's chamber and talking to someone in hushed but frantic tones. Who is he speaking with? What are they planning? I fear treachery.
I'm gonna remain silent again.
You must understand. If Cicero is turning the others against me, against us, our family would not survive such division.
What do you want me to do?
Dear brother, I need you to steal into that chamber and eavesdrop on their meeting. It'll be no use clinging to the shadows. They'll see you for sure. No, you need a hiding place. Somewhere they'd never think to look. Like inside the Night Mother's coffin.
Silence it is.
No objections then? Good. Go now, before they meet, and report back to me with whatever you learn. Watch yourself out there.
The weird requests I have.
Why are you still standing there?
Relax, relax. Astrid. Good things come in time. Looks very inviting. Only a novice lock. Alright, let's do it, I guess.
Are we alone? Yes. Yes! Alone! Sweet solitude! No one will hear us, disturb us. Everything is going according to plan. The others, I've spoken to them, and they're coming around, I know it. The wizard Festus Crex. Perhaps even the Argonian and the Unchild. What about you? Have you spoken to anyone? No? No, of course not. I do the talking, the stalking, the seeing, and the saying. And what do? Nothing! Not that I'm angry. No, never. Cicero understands. Cicero always understands. And obeys. You will talk when you're ready, won't you? Won't you? Sweet Night Mother.
Poor Cicero, dear Cicero, such a humble servant. But he will never hear my voice, for he is not the listener.
Oh, but how can I defend you? How can I exert your will if you will not speak to anyone?
Oh, but I will speak. I will speak to you, for you are the one. Yes, you. You who shares my iron tomb, who warms my ancient bones. I give you this task. journey to Wallenrood. Speak with Armand Mortier.
Poor Cicero has failed you. Poor Cicero is sorry, sweet mother. I've tried so very hard, but I just can't find the listener.
In the end, it doesn't really
Cicero,
matter.
the time has come. Tell him the words he has been waiting for all these years. Darkness rises when silence dies.
What? What treachery? Defiler! Debaser and defiler! You have violated the sanctity of the Night Mother's coffin! Explain yourself! Speak, worm!
The Night Mother spoke to me. She said, I am the one.
She spoke to you? More treachery. More trickery and deceit! You lie! The Night Mother speaks only to the listener! And there is no listener!
I'm not going to say it as frantic as that, but let's just pretend it's way cooler, so calm down. She said to tell you, darkness rises when silence dies.
She said that. She said those words. To you. Darkness rises when silence dies. But those are the words, the binding words, written in the keeping tomes. The signal so I would know. Mother's only way of talking to sweet Cicero. Then it's true. She's back. Our Lady is back. She has chosen a listener. She has chosen you. All hail the listener.
By Sithis, this ends now. Back away, fool. Whatever you've been planning is over. Are you all right? I heard the commotion. Who was Cicero talking to? Where's the accomplice? Reveal yourself, traitor.
I spoke only to the Night Mother. I spoke to the Night Mother, but she didn't speak to me. Oh, no! She spoke only to him, to the listener.
What? The listener? What are you going on about? What is this lunacy?
It's true! It's true! The Night Mother has spoken. The silence has been broken. The listener has been chosen.
When I heard Cicero screaming, I knew you'd been discovered. I feared the worst. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
Then what in Sithis' name is going on? Cicero spoke to the Night Mother, but she spoke to you? Is this just more of the fool's rambling?
It's true. The Night Mother spoke to me. She said that I was the one.
What? So Cicero wasn't talking to anyone else? Just the Night Mother's body? And the Night Mother who, according to everything we know, will only speak to the person chosen as listener, just spoke. Right now. To you?
Yep.
By Sithis. And? What did she say?
I must speak to someone named Armand Mortier in Wallenrood.
Armand Mortier? I have no idea who that is. But Wallenrood, that I have heard of. And I know where it is.
So, should I go? Should I talk to this man?
No. No. Listen, I don't know what's going on here, but you take your orders from me. Are we clear on that? The Night Mother may have spoken to you, but I am still the leader of this family. I will not have my authority so easily dismissed. I need time to think about all this. Go see Nazir. Do some work for him. I'll find you when I'm ready to discuss the matter further.
I mean, perhaps if Askeladd was a bit of a, I guess a bit more of a novice or something, he'd be more impressed by the Dark Brotherhood. But I think overall, it's kind of a bit nonchalant feeling about the whole state of the Dark Brotherhood.
This is all just too much too fast. Go get some
feels
work
like
from Azir. I need time to...
It's kind of like, I don't know, I feel like Askeladd just outmatches this entire outfit. Though then again, there are certain connections and perhaps things within the organization that might end up being useful. And look, at the end of the day, want to see how this plans out.
Bruh, need something?
Astrid wanted me to see you about some more work.
Well then, your timing couldn't be better. As it turns out, I've got 2 new contracts. One rather easy assignment, and another that should prove quite a challenge. Your first target is an orc bard named Lurbuk. The other is a vampire by the name of Hearn. Happy hunting.
I'm gonna be honest.
Go on now.
I will eat my words if they take more than 1 arrow each, but I don't think there's going to be anything particularly hard about either of these contracts. Again, Askeladd doesn't mind just sort of wandering around, practicing killing, and hopefully this all pays off in a larger connection of strings and so on, but it's kind of, I don't know, oh, could have dropped in frames. Look at that beautiful sky. Got those Kind's lights going. Let's go. Oh no. Let's do it in order of proximity. Half Moon Mill it is. But yeah, it's weird. It's kind of, yeah, I don't know. The Dark Brotherhood isn't what he thought it would be. But perhaps there's a way to turn it around. I feel like even more so Askeladd might be more consciously not pulling a coup, but like he's definitely not opposed to overthrowing Astrid by any means. Yeah. Oh no, he's out. Cool. Dun, dun, dun. Probably about there. I can't quite see actually. The dark. And he's gone. Very tough, Nazir. Very tough. Oh, taking out a lesser vampire. As the rest of the Volkihar vampires would say, just cleaning out the pests and the half-breed trash. Not that that's exactly Askeladd's take on things. I think there's a sort of certain component to the vampirism that has somewhat numbed Askeladd to, I guess it might sound like typical, but to his humanity or something. It has kind of made him feel weirder about it. I don't think, he's not questioning it yet. But I think in the future,
What's the Jarl going
he
to do
may
about
want to
it?
question.
If you know any true
How
sons
are
and
we
daughters of
supposed to
Skyrim,
feel safe
tell
in
them
our
to
own
head to Windhelm.
homes?
Ulfric Stormcloak
enough
wants to
already.
see
Oh, that's right, Morthulnet swapped as
It's
well.
good that Sorley has finally been given some real authority.
Finally, someone comes in. Kick off your boots, stay a while. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with. I got nothing but time these days.
Okay, cool.
Murder! Murder! Oh, what happened?
And vanished like a shadow. All in a night's work. Travel halfway across Skyrim. Bang, boom, we're done. I think too, going the mage route, making a bit of a sage character, like, yeah, I don't. There's multiple ways out of vampirism. There's the traditional cure route, or there's, I think, when you eventually, if we do the companions, there is the just, I do the dark, I just become a werewolf thing and it kind of overrides it. I'm pretty sure that's how it would work. My mother always told me of fate and destiny. I didn't put much purchase in prophecy, yet since I came to Skyrim, it's all that seems to touch me. And now I am told by a corpse that I am the long-awaited listener, and this creepy jester fellow is ecstatic about it. In all honesty, when I found out what a sad state the Brotherhood was in, I nearly considered leaving. Perhaps I would have, but now fate calls, and maybe I can take control and use this network of professional assassins to my own advantage. We'll see how this plays out.
We need to talk.
Silence.
Look, something is happening here. I'm not sure entirely what that something is, but, well, we need to find out. If the Night Mother really did give you an order to talk to a contact, we'd be mad to ignore it. And I think we'd both agree Cicero's brought quite enough madness to this sanctuary. So go. Go to Vollenrud. It's a crypt, pretty far to the northeast. Talk to this Armand Motier, and let's see where all this leads,
Cool. Wait, Nazir, wait.
You reek of death, my friend. I salute you.
Okay, cool.
No sarcasm this time. You faced a vampire and lived to tell the tale.
Look into my yellow,
well
dark,
done.
glowing eyes.
And if you contracted Sanguinare Vampiris, unless, of course, that was your goal all along, here's your payment. Wonderful. The only good bard is a dead one as far as I'm concerned. All that, your payment, as per the usual. Well, aren't we the eager one? Sorry to disappoint, but there's nothing.
Off to Vollenrud. The silence has been broken. Oh, we haven't been to Halted Stream Camp in a long time. It's funny when you stack up hours of a Let's Play experience, and that was the pre-modded Let's Play part of things, but it's cool when you think back. All those hours ago. I feel like sometimes I worry if someone's watching the Let's Play. And, that was close. If someone's watching the Let's Play and I kind of just forget about whether or not I've said this before, because it's been like, recorded over a period of a month or so. Or 2 months, sorry. But yeah. By the way, just in terms of episode length, just because I'm trying out a lot of new editing styles and we're busy with other channel videos, so I am trying to do one of these a month. I think it's also why they're, the bigger pieces, the bigger videos are longer lasting entertainment, theoretically. I know some of you guys binge through it and just clean through it in like a matter of the 5 hours that it is, but yeah, you only do so much. And this would be a perfect time for the Iron Lantern. Oh, I apologize if I made any taps or something in the background, because I am actually standing up right now, because sometimes doing a Let's Play, sitting down for all those hours can be a lot. I didn't realize this guy had a name. Oh, because I forget this is actually like a proper dungeon as well, unrelated to just this sort of Dark Brotherhood quest bit.
By the almighty divines, you've come. You've actually come. This dreadful black sacrament thing. It worked.
The Night Mother heard your pleas, Mortier.
Yes, so it would seem. Well, I won't waste your time. I would like to arrange a contract. Several, actually. I dare say, the work I'm offering has more significance than anything your organization has experienced in, well, centuries.
Now we're talking. Go on.
As I said, I want you to kill several people. You'll find the targets as well as their manners of elimination quite varied. I'm sure someone of your disposition will probably even find it enjoyable. But you should know that these killings are but a means to an end, for they pave the way to the most important target. The real reason I'm speaking with a cutthroat in the bowels of this detestable crypt, for I seek the assassination of the Emperor.
Remain silent.
It's a shocking request, I know, but it is inside the purview of what you Dark Brotherhood types do, isn't it? If history is to be believed, you must understand, so much has led to this day, so much planning and maneuvering. Now you're here, as if the very stars have finally aligned. But I digress. Here, let me give you these. They are to be delivered to your, superior. Rexus! The items.
Here.
The sealed letter will explain everything that needs to be done. The amulet is quite valuable. You can use it to pay for any and all expenses.
Cool. Let's head on back to Astrid. So, fun fact there. A little lore piece of knowledge for you. You've probably heard me say it a few times before on the podcast or whatever. But the Dark Brotherhood is actually responsible for stopping Tiber Septim's direct line. Now, this is kind of what I would call part of the Septim lie. But Tiber Septim took the throne, and he had a son who actually died, but he also had a son himself. So Tiber Septim's grandson, Pelagius I, was actually the person to take the throne after Tiber Septim. But he was assassinated by the Dark Brotherhood before he had any heirs. So what happened was Tiber Septim had a brother called Agnerith, I think it was, and his daughter, which would be Tiber Septim's niece, was Kintyra. And so the crown then goes to Kintyra, and the rest of her line is what the Septim dynasty actually spawns from. So none of the Septim emperors are actually even from Tiber Septim. So it's a bit of a sham in ways. But at the same time, maybe there's possibly like some distant relative kind of thing, and because there's breaks in the direct family tree line, there's like points where it's like, oh, here's a kind of illegitimate kind of emperor, and they kind of pass it off to a sort of an undisclosed cousin or distant family member to sort of recrack the line. But the point is, it's a bit of a mix-up.
You're back. Good. All right, so did you meet this Motier? What did he want?
He wants us to kill the emperor.
You're joking.
No.
What's this?
The letter explains it all. The amulet is for the expenses.
By Sithis, you're not joking. To kill the Emperor of Tamriel. The Dark Brotherhood hasn't done such a thing since the assassination of Pelagius.
There you go.
As a matter of fact, no one has dared assassinate an Emperor of Tamriel since the murder of Uriel Septim, and that was 200 years ago.
Surely the Night Mother wouldn't misdirect us.
No, she certainly wouldn't. And, for whatever reason, she chose to relay Motier's information to you. I don't know exactly what's going on here, if you're the listener, or this is some fluke, or what. But what we now have before us...
So we'll accept the contract.
You're damn right we'll accept it. If we pull this off, the Dark Brotherhood will know a fear and respect we haven't seen in centuries. You think I'd abandon an opportunity to lead my family to glory? But this is all so much to take in. I need time to read the letter and figure out where we go from here. And this amulet.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking we need that amulet appraised. I want to know where it came from, how much it's worth, and if we can actually get away with selling it. And there's only one man who can give us what we need. Delvin Mallory. He's a fence, a private operator. Works out of the Ratway in Riften. Give me the letter. Bring Mallory the amulet. Find out everything you can and sell it if he's willing. He'll offer a letter of credit. That's fine. Delvin Mallory and the Dark Brotherhood have... history. He can be trusted.
That was an easy set of instructions. I better check Nazir. Because I have a feeling he might have more contracts now. That wasn't him back there, was it? Didn't think so. I'd have to go back and check, but I feel like assassinations of emperors, I guess they're not that common when you put it out into a span of centuries. Alright, couldn't immediately find Nazir. I'm sure I'll get him later. We can do... Because we're going to have to come back to Astrid after we talk to Delvin for sure, so... I do love that eerie sound near the door. Oh man, I loved it so much in Oblivion. Felt so edgy and cool. It's like, what I will say, I hope, the Dark Brotherhood is a cool faction, but they are they're the kind of more typical dark, edgy band of serial killers. And a lot of the things, even though, what was it, darkness rises when silence dies? What does that mean? You know what I mean? It just sounds like it's something we'll put together. It's kind of cool.
If you're looking for a handout, you'll want to speak with my husband. If you're looking for company, I suppose I could do worse.
Look at that. God, this game is so gorgeous. I can't wait for Elder Scrolls 6. Oh, I can get rid of my... Oh, no, I'll just keep it on because we're about to go.
If you're looking for the finest custom jewelry in all of Skyrim.
I don't know who else is like it. I love the sound of rain. And sitting there. And it has to be at a decent, patter, You don't want measly sort of non-committal light rain. I like that, heavy stuff. If you walk out, you're going to get wet. You can hear it. I can kind of hear it outside now. I don't know where we got to with the Thieves Guild, because I know we did in ages back, we did the pickpocket dealio in the marketplace, but I think that's where he's like, oh, come meet us, and I think I just ignored him. I think I'll also ignore him again, because I'll save that for the Thieves Guild. I'm going to ignore you.
Oh, now you must be lost. Best you scurry off while you're able. The Ratway, well, it has a habit of swallowing up the uninvited.
The Dark Brotherhood requires your services.
Oh, I see. Well now, how is Astrid doing these days, huh? Tell her to stop by sometime. We can have a drink. Catch up. But we can discuss that later, yeah? What does the Brotherhood need?
What can you tell me about this?
Let's see. Where did you get this? No, don't answer. I don't want to know. This is an amulet of the Emperor's Elder Council, specially crafted for each member. Worth a small fortune. Ain't something you give up lightly. Look,
It ain't my business to tell the Dark Brotherhood its business, but if you killed a member of the Elder Council, you'd better believe...
Will you buy it?
Buy it? This? An Elder Council amulet? Oh yes. Oh yes indeed. Oh, wait just one moment. Here is a letter of credit, usable by Astrid only, for any service or item I can provide, as per our standard arrangement. You bring that back to your lovely mistress, with my regards.
Have anything for us yet?
Easy peasy. Where did I get on... Oh, so we accepted the quest to take the debts, but we're not going to do that until you get to the Thieves Guild. You know, part of the Let's Play. Like, I guess... there might come a time where Askeladd gets a little distanced from his goals and needs to snap back to his roguish ways, I could say. The ways in which he was born and grew up. Skyrim's changed him a lot. I mean, to be honest, realizing that you're a dragonborn and saving the world, and also, you know, his whole experiences in the Reach and so on and so forth. Also discovering a listener. Oh, and also becoming the lord of a ancient vampire clan. A lot of these things, I think, you know, fair enough if they have some sort of impact on your character, you know.
What are you doing that for?
What am I doing what for? Back to the sanctuary we go. Actually, we can also train archery at Angie's. But I haven't done that yet. Like, I haven't gone to Angie up in her camp. Man, you can get using the exploit with Faendal and Riverwood, and then going straight to Angie's camp after, you can really just get your, like, archery peaking really quick. Absolute exploit, but... And then, I mean, you know, you get the Bow of Shadows, which wasn't all that hard to get, and it's a pretty OP weapon straight away. I have seen some people comment on it, but yeah, the Creation Club elements of the Anniversary Edition do kind of unbalance the hell of out of the game. But it also, I don't know, it's a 10-year-old game. Like, yeah. Oh, well.
Good, you're back. Well, what did Mallory have to say? Is the amulet authentic?
Yes, and specially made.
The Elder Council? Oh, now that explains quite a bit. Motier, you naughty, naughty boy. Hiring the Dark Brotherhood to help you rise beyond your station. Delicious. Was Mallory willing to buy the amulet?
He was. Here's a letter of credit.
Splendid. Then we're ready to begin. Or, more specifically, you're ready to begin. After all, you're the one the Night Mother spoke to. Now then, I hope you have something nice to wear, because you're going to a wedding.
A wedding?
Well, more like the public reception. It should be a lovely affair. You'll mingle with the guests, eat some cake, stab the bride. Oh, yes. You've got to kill the bride at her wedding. And they say romance is dead.
Who's the target?
Her name is Vittoria Vici. She oversees the East Empire Company's business holdings in Solitude. The wedding is being held in that city, at the Temple of the Divines. Her death will cause an uproar, which is exactly what we want. Vici is likely to address her guests frequently, as is the wedding custom. Kill her when she does that, and I promise you a significant bonus. Now go, and give my best to the bride. Remember, when you kill, we all wield the blade.
Yeah, we can handle that easy peasy. Murder at a wedding. Where are you, Nazir? I want to I do want to talk to you. Oh, there he is.
Still here? What's the matter? Can't handle what I'm...
Contracts.
There are, indeed. There's Deacus, a shipwreck scavenger. Mirandrew Joe,
cool,
a traveling
whatever it is.
caravaner. And Honoriath, hunter.
Alright, we'll try and, like, take a bunch of those out all at the same go. But now things are getting serious for Askeladd. Now he's interested. Like, this is truly a power play. Like, you know, getting in there and killing the Emperor. Destabilizing things further. Like, as far as he sees things at the moment, destabilizing things from behind the scenes is a very good thing for him. In whatever way it goes. Kind of in the same way that the Thalmor want Imperials versus Stormcloaks fighting over each other, all that kind of stuff. Having strife and turmoil gives the Forsworn breathing room. It gives them opportunity to you know, do the things that they... Whoops, I can't. Enemy. Oh, okay, hold on, something. Probably Dawn Guard or something. Yep.
I'll paint the snow with your blood.
Just some wannabe heroes. Hold on. I've kind of fallen off here.
The whites take you.
What do they mean by that? The white take you. Like... Alright, enough chases.
Sovngarde awaits you.
I forget the Dawn Guard is still operating. Interesting, though. I'll leave them as such. We can... Don't ever have to do that quest, even. Travel there first, then to Solitude. We can do like a round trip. You're just gonna have to bear with me in the dark for a second. Because some things... Alright, done. Off we go to Solitude. It's always kind of funny how quick we're actually getting through these. Just pop an arrow, travel to the next spot, pop another arrow. It's a rewarding experience. I am glad though we actually spent a lot of time. I spent a lot of time leveling up the character in between now and then to get some of the more mundane aspects over with. Let's wait until the morning. You know when it kind of like makes sense to see a wedding? Ooh. An ominous, foggy day. Do I need to... I can't remember. Do I need to wait a particular time?
Come on now. I want those arrows dead center. The lives of your fellow soldiers are counting on you.
Whoopsies. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just,
Typical Imperial rot. You speak of Skyrim like you know the land. Know its people. You're from Cyrodiil. You know nothing about us. Nothing!
Oh, I know enough. I know those trouble-making Stormcloaks refuse to submit to Imperial authority. Such seditious behavior. Why, it's treason.
And when the elves marched into your beloved Cyrodiil, and everyone took up arms against them, wasn't that treason? Against the Dominion, huh?
Why, that's not the same thing at all. The Dominion were invaders, conquerors. We had to fight them to preserve our own way of life.
My point exact.
Someday soon you will all see battle.
Sorry, I'm just kind of waiting for her to address the crowd. Do you want? Maybe I'll give it the good old wait. There we go. Where do they even go? Is there a little door? I see. Okay.
Good people of Solitude.
That was a very quick speech.
Victoria, no!
Oh.
The bride has been murdered! Somebody help!
How did I get outed for that? Well, you know what?
What happened?
I'm a cop it.
Astrid ordered me to keep an eye on you. Figured you could use a hand when the chaos erupted. I'll try and hold him off as best I can. That. You get back to the sanctuary.
Burn it. Someone there?
Burn the vampire.
Vampire, burn it.
Well, I actually did not pull that off as professionally as I would have liked. It's alright, it's a rather meager bounty I think we can pay off later. Okay. Ah, that's where we... Alright, I'm actually not a fan of this.
Not quite good enough for you.
Okay, this isn't really helping my case, but I am an aggressive dark arc person right now, so oh, cool. So what's my actual bounty now that I... Okay, it's 2,000. I'm out. Alright, well that was a little bit more chaos than what is typical. Dawnstar to the next one to kill off just some of the extra guys. The extra contracts. Well, we've got a Hafengar bounty. You'll see how we have to handle that. Like, I don't know if we have to spend a lot of time in Solitude, but that ain't a good one for the good old reputation. But I guess it's an imperial place, so I feel like in a civil war, I am kind of leaning towards the Stormcloaks. I wonder also if there's a bit of an angle where, you know, from a role-playing perspective, helping with the Stormcloaks who currently rule Markarth, that somehow Askeladd can weasel himself into the position of Jarl, as in role-playing, you know. I'd have to make a little, you know, beautiful cinematic and a little bit of storytelling. You know, you gotta zhuzh up the playthrough whenever you can. If I'm just going to adhere to the constraints of the gameplay, then you're not going to get a lot of storytelling done. Well, I mean, you get plenty done, but you can't, you know, you can't deliver the same experience if you're just being exactly what the gameplay says. Like I said, I will restructure the dialogue in my own words if I think their dialogue is particularly cringe or unfitting. Bum 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 pop. He's actually really, when he stops vibrating, he's kind of an interesting looking Deacus, huh? Dickus. I love that you can see the Azura's statue from so far. It's really beautiful. If you saw that Kine video that I did recently, just like a sort of a 3-minute sort of little kind of a basically practice voice acting, I kind of wanted to just sort of wing it and see how it would go. You guys seem to be pretty, you know, keen on the whole thing, so I'm quite happy with it. Like, because I kind of tried a bit of a Nordic accent, or at least a little bit of a Nordic sort of twang, so it didn't just sound as straight up Australian, because I'm trying to do like a, you know, an old Nord sort of speech. But in that shot, I tried to use some like cinematic shots, like I'm talking about Talos and the sort of like the Skyforge in the background. Is sort of in the shadow and rain, but the idea is like I'm about to talk about Kine, but Talos is sort of overshadowing Kine, like, you know, represented by a bird. And then I'm like, you know, there's a scene with Kine represented with a character in the armor, in the, what do you call it, in the Windruler armor. And there's a scene where she's got like an axe with a frost axe with like the storm sort of enchantment effect, and is looking off. It says like something like, you know, fight our enemies or whatever it was, but like the Azura statue, like representative of the Dark Elf. Like, I'm just trying to get more cinematic or like directional oriented with like our what do you call it? With our videos, you know, put a little bit of a edge to it. 40. You know what? Okay, stop.
Stand still.
Okay, what if I put...
My order the Jarl. Stop right there.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to pretend this is because I'm the Jarl, the Thane. I'll pay off my bounty.
Now come along with us. We'll take any stolen goods and...
As if it wasn't that... I mean, I could just say, like, load back, but, you know. I'm going to try and just cop it when I get it. But I have to say... I mean, look, I wasn't really, probably should have waited tonight and be a little stealthier, but I guess... Askeladd's just a very bit nonchalant these days. I also don't think he's riding on that. The whole Thane of Whiterun Dragonborn arc... That element of his reputation, I feel like he's felt the limits of it, and he can't really free the reach with it, so he doesn't really care about it anymore as much, you know. He can still leverage it whenever he likes. But I think there's going to have to be a lot of behind-the-scenes work, a lot of personal power gain, and eventually some larger political play. Oh, just look at that rain. And the sounds. Sometimes it's just fun to let loose and be evil. And not care out, like deal with the consequences. I'll admit, I'm a pretty chronic save scummer. It does usually. Yeah.
The news is everywhere. Vittoria Vici, the Emperor's cousin, butchered at her own wedding. Well done.
I'm not going to get poetic or
Let's see
religious
His
about
Eminence try to ignore this. With Vici's murder, you've started us down a path the Dark Brotherhood hasn't traveled in centuries. The assassination of an emperor. And now your reward. A unique spell to summon a legend of the Dark Brotherhood. His soul serves us now in death, as his body once did in life. Ah, and of course, a bonus for killing Vici while she addressed her guests as instructed. Gold. Simple and pure. Spend it as you will. Now then, time to proceed to the next stage of the plan. Go and speak with Gabriella. She's been helping me arrange your next contract.
Summon Spectral Assassin, aka Lucian LeChance. Let's go.
You must be talking about the caravan job.
By Sithis, you slew everyone. Well, except that one that you kept alive to serve as a witness. Does your wickedness...
You reek of death, my... Personally, I've all... In any event, nice work. Ah! Those caravan... Here's your payment. Ah! Your payment, my friend. Well done.
Collecting cash.
Dear brother, I've been waiting for you. Your next contract awaits, as I'm sure Astrid indicated.
She's kind of cute.
With the Emperor's arrival in Skyrim now a certainty, his security service, the Penitus Oculatus, will need to begin its preparations immediately. Security is being handled by a Commander Morrow. Astrid and I have devised a plan to break the man, and in doing so, cripple the Emperor's protection. You are to slay the Commander's son, Gaius Morrow, and once he is dead, plant false evidence on his body, implicating him in a plot to kill the Emperor.
Understand. Gaius Morrow will die.
He is set to leave the Penitus Oculatus outpost at Dragonbridge and inspect the security of each city in Skyrim. Go there now, observe Gaius Morrow's departure and follow him. Waylay him in one of the cities and send his soul to Sithis. Once he's dead, plant the incriminating letter on his body and let fate take care of the rest. Oh, and one final thing.
Yes.
To earn your bonus, do not kill Gaius Morrow in Dragonbridge or on the road. Kill him in one of the other major cities he'll be visiting. There, the body will be discovered quickly, as will the letter implicating Gaius Morrow in the plot to assassinate the Emperor. Do that, and Astrid has authorized me to grant you a rather unique bonus. It is a special token to be given to Olava the Feeble in Whiterun. Olava is an old and dear friend, and a powerful seer. The token entitles you to a reading of your future. It's an opportunity one should not pass up.
I do love those.
Walk in Gaius Morrow's shadow and deliver it.
I do love those little points of connection. Like I do like how Delvin Mallory is connected to Astrid. I do like how Olava the Feeble's connected to Gabriella. It's just cool to have all these. I like. I think that's something a lot of like games and also more broadly world building just take advantage of is what sometimes makes things feel bigger is the amount of connections and crossovers and stuff. The more interconnected and intertwined the web is, so the more interactions between the different factions and the sort of more complexities there, or the different, same as the, the characters, or this character's connected to this one, and this one's actually related to this one. It kind of creates a better picture of the world. It makes all of the parts of the world feel like they belong in a bigger picture rather than isolated instances. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm gonna pay my bounty off.
Smart man.
Well, crisis averted when you have coin. just be rich, I guess. But yeah, what I was sort of getting at, we're going to go back to Dragon's Bridge, but what I was getting at is that basically having an interconnected world is a really good way to make something feel larger. Arguably, I mean, at least why to me, it makes Morrowind feel much larger, because I feel like a lot of the characters, and even if it's just done through environmental storytelling or happenstance or so on, and a lot of the factions are really intertwined and have lots of different interactions with one another. At least on a factional level, I would say Skyrim doesn't so much as, you know, the Companions, Dark Brotherhood, and for the most part, Thieves Guild. Like, yeah, there's the Delvin Mallory connection.
I'll be fine.
I know you will, but all the same, remember everything I said. Stay alert, and when you get to the cities, make your observations and move on.
Not ominous at all.
You're being paranoid. I'm inspecting security, not charging off into battle. There's not a lot that can go wrong.
Son, when the Emperor's safety is concerned, anything could go wrong. Off with you now, and good travels.
Farewell, Father. I'll return as soon as I'm able.
Well, this is it then. Look after yourself, Gaius. You're doing your duty, and I'm proud of you, but you better come back to me. You hear?
Oh, Fida. I may travel alone, but you know I carry you always in my heart. I'll see you soon.
What a sub-story, Mark. But yeah, so what I was getting at is that a lot of the factions feel like they exist in a bubble by themselves. Obviously not the Stormcloaks and Imperials, but as for the rest of them, some of the characters are intertwined and so on. But I think that's why people get excited about, like, you know, certain towns and cities. Do we get any map marker lazy indication of... No. Alright, let's steal the... But yeah, it's the same as New Vegas. I feel like a lot of the factions and characters all have a lot of, you know, interactions. Solitude, Windhelm. Hold on, let's just quickly... What day? It's the Monday. And then if I miss Monday, it's Windhelm. God, how's he getting everywhere so quick? Well, it's Windhelm then Riften. Oh, fine, I'll pick it up. God, man. I guess that just gives me the travel marker. Gaius. Time to carry out another assassination in solitude after paying off my bounty. Getting a tad red hot, I guess. Dun dun dun. Don't mind me, guys.
I'm telling you, Ulfric planning an attack on Whiterun.
He'd be insane to try. He doesn't have the men.
That's not what my scouts report, sir.
What happened?
Every day more join his cause. Riften, Dawnstar, and Winterhold support him.
It's not a cause. It's a rebellion.
Call it whatever you like, General. The man's going to try to take Whiterun.
Jarl Balgruuf.
And we've got no...
the Legion's right to garrison troops in his city.
What happened?
On the other hand, he also refuses to acknowledge Ulfric's claim.
Everyone go back to sleep. Because I need to,
Let Ulfric pillage a city.
General.
You people and your damn Jarls.
Sir, you can't force a Nord to accept help he hasn't asked for.
If Ulfric's making a...
Okay, a letter. Consider adoption. And I throw that on there. And
For Whiterun, then we need to be there to stop him. Draft another letter with the usual platitudes, but this time share some of your intelligence regarding Ulfric's plans.
not very
Embellish
observant,
if you
are
have to.
you? Those, I wonder how they're going to enhance or sort of... Oh man, it's so crazy to imagine. Like, this is the thing you just cannot imagine with Elder Scrolls 6. Like, but what's the stealth going to be like? Like, when you consider the difference between Oblivion and Skyrim, you're looking at like a period of 5 years. Well, we're already at a period of 10 years, plus arguably like technology is accelerating at a faster rate. And then you've also, in like computing power in general, and then you've got another, say, 2024 or something. It'll be like 14 years of difference. So it's almost like 3 times the difference of Oblivion to Skyrim as it will be to Skyrim to Elder Scrolls 6. So it'd be kind of crazy to see. Obviously Starfield will be an indication somewhat, but man. Never thought I'd be waiting this long for Elder Scrolls 6. I know, I have to obsessively bring it up and talk about it. It's always on my mind.
Ah, at last. I've been anxiously awaiting your return.
Gaius Morrow is dead.
Yes, I know. As does Astrid. You have done well, and have earned both your reward and a bonus, as I have mentioned. But you should know that we have a more pressing matter to deal with. It's... Cicero. There's been an incident. You should proceed into the sanctuary. I'll let Astrid explain.
Alright, let's tackle this one.
Just try to relax, Vizara. Let the elixir do its work. You'll feel better shortly.
You're back. Good.
Thank you, dear.
You'll want to hear this.
You're most kind. The Jester's cut feels as bad as it looks, I'm afraid.
Damn it, this never should have happened. We knew better. We knew better, and still we let our guards down. Ugh!
I'll admit, even I'm having a hard time disagreeing with you.
Marrow is dead, I know, but we've got bigger problems right now.
Gabriella mentioned something about Cicero.
The fool went absolutely berserk. He wounded Vizara, tried to kill me, and then he fled. I knew that lunatic couldn't be trusted.
Oh, it's true, I'm afraid. Cicero was a little whirlwind, slashing this way and that. It would have been funny if he weren't trying to murder us all.
Don't forget the ranting and raving. About the Night Mother, how she was the true leader of the Dark Brotherhood. And Astrid was just a pretender.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Look, we've got to deal with this situation. You've got to deal with this situation.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to find that miserable little fool and end his life. But first, find my husband. Make sure he's all right. After the attack, Arnbjorn flew into a rage. When Cicero left, Arnbjorn went after him. They disappeared into the wild. Search Cicero's room. Maybe there's something in there that sheds some light on where he might have gone. Let me know the minute you find something. I've got to see to Vizara and calm everyone down.
Bested by a fool. Who's the fool now,
Hush, Vizara. You were very brave. Astrid may well be dead if not for you.
She's right.
You know, another thing, I think just from a role-playing perspective going forward, Askeladd is going to be very aware and quite like, he's quite a charming, roguish sort of character and kind of tries to understand how people work so he can leverage things. Oh, a book. Very nice. And one thing, there's a good, very important takeaway in regards to Cicero is that fanatics are, I guess in a way, somewhat predictable. Like, they adhere to some sort of code. Whereas if you're looking at someone like Astrid, she doesn't exactly follow a code. It's more so a flexible thing, like anything for my family, anything for myself, you know, stuff like that. So it's a little bit different. You know, it's a bit more of a self-serving, flexible sort of style. This is the journal, and essentially talks about the Dawnstar Sanctuary that does exist. But yes, obviously we've made videos on it where you can go through like Cicero's past and everything, and his descent into madness and whatnot, and the destruction of the Cyrodiilic sanctuaries. But yes, let's talk to Astrid.
Have you found something?
Yes, Cicero's journal.
Good, good. Does it say where he may be headed?
Yes, an abandoned sanctuary in Dawnstar. I have the passphrase.
The Dawnstar Sanctuary? Whatever for. Never mind, it doesn't matter. You need to leave. Now. Every moment counts, so I want you to take my horse. His name is Shadowmere. You'll find him outside by the pool. Let's just say he's one of us. Find Arnbjorn. Make sure my husband's all right. And then send that jester's twisted little soul to the void, in as many pieces as possible.
Done, let's go.
I took that prancing fool into my home, and this is how he repays me? That twisted jester.
Just real quick, did something set Cicero
No,
off?
nothing. At least, nothing I'm aware of. Well, if I'm being honest, I haven't exactly been discreet lately in expressing my frustration with this whole situation. Obeying the Night Mother, you being the listener, it's ridiculous. No offense. Cicero may have overheard me talking to one of the others about the Night Mother. It's possible I was not entirely respectful. But to go this far, to attempt to murder the leader of a sanctuary, Cicero must pay with his life. There is no other option.
It's that kind of thing like
Fool into my home, and this is
if
how
this
he
is a
repays me?
death cult dedicated to Night Mother and Sithis, it's kind of strange that, you know, you wouldn't respect at least. I mean, she somewhat does, but, you know, if you're talking shit about the Night Mother, you know, it's kind of like talking about your Messiah. Okay. That didn't happen as smoothly as I would have liked. But, yeah, let's check a save and let's go. Dawnstar. Spoiler alert, I'm actually picking up from where I was last night because sometimes I need a break, but I often don't try and draw attention to it because I don't know, helps with the flow. But you know, if you've watched this many of the Let's Plays, I'll let you in on that secret. So let you in on that secret, should I say? Oh yes, one other thing. This is another little fun tip. Let me just fix something. Got to get rid of those cinematic bars for the non-cinematic parts. So, because, you know, I think they just make everything look nice and cool. We're going to ignore that with a passion.
This is my family's legacy.
Sometimes pop in textures and or like distant meshes, and you know, modding is what it is. It's very hard to get a perfectly looking game at all times.
Should have figured Astrid would send you.
You heard.
What gave it away? Yeah, gotta admit that little gesture's good with that butter knife. But don't worry, I gave as good as I got. In there,
Where is he now?
through the door. Some old sanctuary by the looks of it. I would have followed him, but I don't know the phrase.
I know the phrase. I'll get Cicero. You go home.
Alright, you convinced me. Doubt I'd be much good to you anyway. The little fop cut me pretty deep. But I slashed him good. Pretty sure I severed an artery. Don't know what you're gonna find in there. But you can probably just follow the blood.
Cool, cool, cool.
What is life's greatest illusion?
Innocence, my brother. See, as far as edgy passphrases, I think that one's one of the better ones. Time for a Iron Lantern. This is all pretty...
Listener! Is that you? Oh, I knew you'd come. Send the best to defeat the best. Astrid knew herself. Couldn't slay.
Precious, really.
No, but this is at all what Mother would want. You killed the keeper, or I killed the listener. Now that's madness.
Oh, I forget I don't need...
It's worth defended. Always a stickler for details. Get it? Stickler. Oh,
Oh, we've already read that.
slay me.
And that too, I guess. Whoa. Whoa. Holy hell. You know, sometimes just like gets tougher than you think. Yeah, it's the arrows. It's the arrow. Anyone with arrows seems far more dangerous. Like the damage of their arrows seem to just do a lot more.
You're still alive. Sis respects the listener's abilities, of course, but could you at least slow down a bit? Not what I used to be.
Oh, this is the Udafract next, isn't? Is it Udafract? Or Fricta? Oh, yeah. I say Udafract, and I got so much flack for it, I think, in the Trolls video from early last year. But
You'll enjoy this. Not an original part of the sanctuary, per se. Let's call it a forced addition. Forced by what? Oh, come and see!
okay.
All right. So Cicero attacked that hard bastard. But what's a fool to do when his mother is slandered and mocked? Surely the listener understands. All right. So Cicero attacked that harlot Astrid. But what's a fool to do when his mother is slandered and mocked?
killing ghosts never has the same punch. Like, you know, the kill moves and so on, it doesn't really... I don't feel like, oh yeah, like take that. It's just stabbing air. Should probably give it a save.
If it's any comfort, I do feel slightly bad about Gizara. Stupid lizard got in my way. But please, tell me that hulking sheepdog is bled to death. You caught me. I surrender.
I'm gonna remain silent.
No, you prefer to listen, eh? Of course, of course. The listener listens. A joke. A funny joke. I get it. Then listen to this. Don't kill me. Let poor Cicero live. I attacked the strumpet bastard. I did. And I do it again. Anything for our mother? Return to the Pretender. Tell her I'm dead. Tell her you strangled me with my own intestines. But lie. Yes, lie. Lie and let me live. And now, we come to the end of our play. The grand finale.
Well, I'll give you... Yeah, there's two things going on here. Two minds that I have. One for a role-playing reason, but also I feel like the Dawnstar Sanctuary just gets very unpopulated without Cicero. It feels like there's no unique characters. It's like just Nazir and Babette or whatever. But I think this is like a little... Not ace in the hole or anything, just a little like a backup option to have like a little assassin who's really devoted to the whole Night Mother thing. And if Askeladd is the listener, I feel as if Cicero will be very loyal. And maybe it's a little bit of leverage to keep in the back pocket. So I'm going to let Cicero live.
Do what you will.
All right.
Cicero has no fight left.
We'll just leave.
In the end, Sithis will judge us both.
We'll just leave, right? Or leave the sanctuary yet. Iron Lantern off, and back onto Shadowmere. Oh, there's a little frame rate drop there. Unavoidable when your Skyrim looks this good, I suppose. It's really crazy how much frame rate problems and so on can just happen because of, like, I don't know if this is the correct word for it. I'm not a nerd, but the architecture of the actual game itself and how it's built, and its engine and somewhat. Like, this computer I've got is really powerful, and I would play, like, you know, modern, good-looking games smoothly on it, whereas Skyrim might have frame issues or something like that. You know, and I guess all of the mods and so on, that you're just picking pieces from all over the place and sort of smashing it together and hoping it works. So I might put the Iron Lantern back on.
Arnbjorn is safe, and for that you have my thanks. But what of the fool? Is Cicero dead?
Yep, I killed him.
Excellent. Once again, you've proven yourself a born assassin. Tell you what, why don't you hold on to Shadowmere a while longer? He's a fine steed, and hasn't been ridden nearly as much as he should lately. And now that this Cicero mess has been mopped up, we can get back to the matter at hand,
Right, so what's my next task?
There's just one more target before we strike out at the Emperor. Have you by chance heard of the Gourmet? Read his cookbook? It's become quite a phenomenon. The Gourmet is scheduled to cook for the Emperor at a special dinner. You'll kill him, steal his writ of passage, and assume the role of Master Chef. Festus has been spearheading this part of the assassination plan. He's close to uncovering the identity of the gourmet. You should report to him. Right then.
Okay. For some reason, I always remember the Cicero going nuts part to be a bit later.
You must be talking about the caravan job.
It was a suicide mission. Astrid
Will there
said
ever come a time when the people of... I need you to eliminate an old woman named... Yeah, well, don't expect many more stories like that.
There you are. Took your sweet time dealing with Cicero, eh? Now let's get down to business. Astrid told you about the gourmet, I hope.
That I need to kill him and take on his identity?
Quite so. But first, you'll need to learn who he is. Assuming, of course, that the gourmet actually is a he. Could be a woman, for all we know.
So you don't even know who the gourmet is? Wonderful.
Don't be so petulant. In my investigations, I came upon this. It's a copy of the gourmet's cookbook. But not just any copy. It's signed, you see. Seems to be a message from the gourmet to one Anton Varan. I've tracked Varan to the keep in Markarth. It would seem he's the cook.
And this Anton Varan knows the gourmet's true identity?
I believe so. Therefore, you are to obtain that information from Varan, who the gourmet really is and where he can be found. Oh, and when you're done with Varan, kill him. Loose ends and all that. Next, you'll have to... Are you still paying attention?
I'm waiting with bated breath.
As I was saying, you'll need to kill the gourmet, of course. But what's more, you'll need to get his writ of passage, so you can take his place. Oh, and if you can, hide his body. The longer it takes for anyone else to determine his real identity, the better. Now off with you.
Cool.
Remember.
Let me just check, Sorry, this ain't exactly, Yeah, put the voice way up.
Markarth Keep. That's where you'll find Anton Varan.
I do, I think on the podcast recently we were talking about, like, whether we prefer the Thieves Guild or the Dark Brotherhood in what's it called? In Skyrim, which questline? And I think total with everything, I do think the Thieves Guild still. And I think it's also, there's just a little bit more, I don't know. There's just some of the characters I think I feel closer to. Yeah. Like, you know how you get always like weird vibes from Astrid? Like, I never felt like particularly loyal to Astrid or anything. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. Oh, I forget you can do mounted combat, but... Whoops. Oh, zombies, I guess. Oh my god.
Not like this.
Alright, I feel like I'm not going to have Shadow me much longer. Well, failed to save the guards. They were tough. They just wiped out all those guards and took... The Western Watchtower is gone. Ah. Cool. I just patted him. The lantern's making a big difference, I hope, for you guys. I'm not going to find out until afterwards, until it's on YouTube, but... I think they're all going to be bandits still, so I may as well just... I'll just approach her head on, I think. I mean, I could try and sneak. Actually, invisibility probably does some weird, like probably counteracts it, despite the fact that I've got a lantern. I can't even quite see. I'm gonna stop. Nice. Okay. Is that just a dagger? It's the one thing with Shadowmere, it's a bit odd. Like the running in for the horse fight. I wish my horse wouldn't fight. I've got to start learning to just... We'll try and just sneak in and take out Agnes.
Once was a woman as fair as an eve of springtime in old Stroh's Mackay. No!
Shh, we've got to be stealthy. Oh, damn. I've been sort of following the wrong one.
Don't sound like
And she didn't even hear. It's nice when you can just, you know, get rid of them without, you know, they don't even know. Just, well, they don't wake up. I was going to say, oh, they just wake up and they're dead. But that's kind of not how it works. Anyway, off to Skyrim. Out of here then, I guess. Alright, so Markarth now. I'm trying to think, because inevitably that's one thing about when you focus on doing a guild or a certain quest line, you do end up sort of pushing yourself towards one. Like, it's less like how we started, where we were sort of like building through the different regions of Skyrim and so on. But I do feel like that works better for specific. Like, this is obviously a role-playing Let's Play for sure. But like I was sort of explaining a little earlier about the difference between a organic growth one or a bit more of a planned one. Like, I would say that I had a bit more of a plan for the start. That's some ugly lighting problems. I had a bit more of a plan for the start, but I didn't. I've got to fix something with my lighting. Yeah, something's not going well with that. But yeah, a bit more of a plan for the start, and like the going across to the Reach, doing the Namira's questline and stuff like that. But yeah, let's talk.
Yes, for the 100th time. I am a Breton. I was born in High Rock, and then I came here. I am not a Richman.
Okay.
Who are you? What do you want?
The gourmet. Who is he, and where is he?
The gourmet? Never. I don't know what led you here, but nothing will betray my trust. I'll take the secret of the gourmet's identity to my grave.
For the Dark Brotherhood, that can easily be arranged.
The Dark Brotherhood? Now, wait a minute. Let's not get hasty. I mean, surely my friend wouldn't want me to endanger my own life, right? Look, his name is Balagog Gronolobe. He's an orc. The gourmet's an orc. He's staying at the Nightgate Inn. That's all I know. Now you'll let me go, right?
I'm just gonna remain silent.
So, we're done?
If I was him, I don't know how he'd go to sleep easy after this. Like, just like, especially, well, I guess I'm invisible, so he doesn't know. Oh, whoops. Yeah. Poor fellow. I guess I'll pick that up. I really haven't been focusing on picking up things to buy and sell because I got so much money, especially when you're like leveling up enchanting. You really do make quite a bit of bank by just selling off stuff. I mean, you kind of buy soul gems and so on, but you can make a lot of money, especially at the higher levels. Nightgate Inn. Okay, Forsaken Cave it is. See, I'm on the fly right now. I'm still kind of trying to think about how I'm going to connect his arc to the thesis. Oh, actually, I've got an idea. I do have an idea. Somewhat. I've got to work on the character motivation a bit. I love the Frost Troll resize, like with the mesh. I just think they look so much more intimidating, being bigger and more fearsome looking. Is there a way to not get rid of Shadow Me permanently or anything, but like how to set him up so he's not hanging out right by us all the time and getting into combat? I'm sure there's ways, but can I not, like, doesn't he come out for pretty sure I can. I'm pretty sure you can also hide him in the barrels underneath.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
Cool. I swear they made him easier to carry, like not heavy. Like he's just... Is he like... Can he just go in one of those barrels? Yeah. Should be able to just... Okay. It'll be nice having some sort of Red Dead kind of feeling system. Like slinging them over your shoulder and it's sort of like actually animated and it feels like... You know what I mean? Rather than just a floating body and stuff like that. In the next game. Yeah, cool. Reporting back. I'm pretty sure like this is kind of... I think there's a few extra contracts from Nazir. But I feel like we're getting very close to the end. Man, Dark Brotherhood I feel like can be done pretty quickly. Like, even the Thieves Guild, to do it more fully, you've got to, you know, become a master and so on. Which, I don't know if I'll probably maybe do some of that off screen. I don't know if I'd commit to doing that all on. I can do some of it. But I feel like it just gets, you know, it's just not as enticing for you guys to watch. Just going in and stealing and coming out and stealing. And but then again, you can tell me if not, because I feel like my mentality is sort of shifting a little bit. Like, because I really do like the cinematic angle things and the, you know, the best, like to try and create a little bit more of an entertainment angle with things. Storytelling. That's kind of what I'm most passionate about, and that's why I like role playing so much. It's personal.
In and out of Vardenfell in less than 4.
It was a suicide
So the prodigal murderer returns,
Yet here you
and the
stand
gourmet
dead.
So I gathered. It seems a certain orc has disappeared, which means you not only killed the gourmet, but disposed of the body as well. Oh, you've got the writ of passage too, I see. Splendid. Splendid. Ah, and word has come in from Markarth that the keep's cook has met an untimely demise. You performed your duties to the letter.
Remain silent.
I was wrong about you. I see that now. Maybe we all were. Here's your payment, and a little something else as well, from me. Consider it my way of apologizing for being so damn curmudgeonly. It's called the Night Weaver's Band. I wore this for years. I want you to have it now. It'll give your magic and sneakiness some much-needed oomph. Now you'd better get a move on and see Astrid. It's time. Time for the final stage of this grand and glorious operation.
Yeah, I think I can make... It is the fault... Not the fault of... It's hard to balance games and so on,
Does
but
death
like...
not come to us all?
I will
Is it
say
not a
enchanting
certainty?
does
I am
kind of
therefore
negate
honoured
the
to be
usefulness.
doomed herald.
Some of those
Play
other
some
things, you
part in
know?
a being's inevitable end.
Like, you know, you can
Still
completely
here.
outmatch any unique
What's the matter?
thing.
Can't handle what I'm throwing. Don't worry, my friend. I'll spare you the infiltrating an occupied military fort and making it your payment for services rendered.
Okay.
Well, yes, 2 of them. But your targets are a dark elf wizard named Maloril in the Dwarven Room. Kill these 2, and I'll have one last contract to give you. I'm just finalizing some details now.
Cool. I don't need any more than that. I want to talk to Ambio and see what he says.
There you are. Look, I just wanted to say thanks for coming to find me back in Dawnstar. Crazy Jester finally met his match, am I right?
Yeah.
Take care of yourself,
He's
Bifrost.
totally gone.
I heard about what happened.
Let's face her.
So it's done. You've killed the gourmet, and now Titus Mead II is as good as dead.
So it's time. We're ready to assassinate the Emperor?
Oh, yes. And I've decided you will have the honor.
Silence.
Look at you. So calm, so confident. I do believe you were born for this task. So let's begin. Go now to Castle Dower in Solitude. Present the gourmet's writ of passage to the officer in charge, Commander Marrow. I'm sure you remember him. You'll gain unrestricted access to the kitchens, and then the Emperor. You're posing as a chef, so you'll be able to poison his meal rather easily.
Which poison should I use?
Here, take this. It's called Jaren root. All it takes is one taste, and the effects are quite immediate. The Emperor will be serving Sithis before he even knows he's dead. Once Mead has been killed, escape through the upper door and across the bridge. I've arranged for it to be unguarded once the alarm is sounded. Now go, my friend. Go and fulfill your destiny as listener.
Askeladd's definitely not
Remember,
bought into this
when
whole
you're killed,
idea of the
we
sort
all
of
wield the blade.
Sithis thing. It's a bit of an abstract concept that he's kind of like, this is some crazy kind of death cult. But obviously, there's a little bit of purchase in the sort of idea of the Night Mother, because the Night Mother is directly speaking to him, but he doesn't know if it's some sort of like ancient spirit or ghost, or whether it's, you know, I don't think he would make connect the dots to like, oh, it's Mephala or anything. And that's even if that is true. We'll just kill this Helvard guy in Falkreath. But I think as a Reachman too, like the Reachmen as a culture, they envision everything as spirits, and more broadly, like whether that be Aedra, Daedra, or even things like, you know, ghosts or like a spirit of some river or stuff like that. They have a very, I guess I would feel like I guess you could say an open source mythology in terms of feel. Like, you know, different clans will have different variations, or they'll have like local deities and stuff like that. So what I would say is that with the Night Mother, it's entirely possible that she is some ancient and powerful deity attached to this sort of corpse. And sorry, by an deity, I just mean like in the function, like, you know, she is worshipped by the Dark Brotherhood, but like not deity as in like a god necessarily. But
Helvard! The guards are looking sloppy today. I want you to reduce their wages for the month. Oh no. By the gods! This can't be happening!
well, that was a little hiccup. Okay, so he's gone. I guess we'll go to... no, Dim Hollow Crypt. That's... Wall of Vigilance, fine. We'll go and hunt down that other contract, then we'll do the gourmet. I have a suspicious feeling this episode is not going to be as long as the Dawnguard episode, because there is kind of just less going on there. Oh, there we go. Okay, the A button wasn't working. Okay. People ask why I don't quick save. It's because of the same keys that I use for my recording software are like similar as like the quick load and stuff like that. And so yes, that's why I just, and usually that's not a good example just then, but usually I'm pretty quick at saving, so I feel as if it's not much of a worry. I feel like we can just sort of go in and take this, you know.
It's a bad time to get lost, friend. Time to die here.
What are they shooting at? Oh, there's Imperials here or something. He's trying to steal my outfit. Shadowmere. God. I guess Imperials or something all came in here. I feel like I've had that scenario happen before. You know, there's certain locations in the games where it will just be like, oh, here, you know, you find that you've got problems. Not problems, sorry. You find that the Imperials have a tendency to spawn here or spawn there. Or same with Stormcloaks. Like, you often find the same fights happening.
Always have to fight back. Never should have come here. Go ahead.
Now,
Try and
this
fight
is
back.
Whoop. There we go. I really like that strike. It's just a very satisfying strong. And I mean, that's cool too.
Is someone there?
You know what I haven't done? Is a Dark Brotherhood like... I don't know if I've ever done it fully. I may have. Look, I've played Skyrim so many times, I've probably forgotten some. I don't even have the brain memory to record all of the times I've played Skyrim. But, saying that, I think I haven't really done a sort of brute... Like, you know how there's a lot of cool dialogue options when you go up and approach the target and you just say, I'm here to kill you, kind of thing. Maybe I should do that sometimes. Usually because when I'm doing the Dark Brotherhood, I'm an assassin type character. That's the Iron Soldier outfit, which I think is really cool. I'm a big fan of... I have to say, the Creation Club, I've probably said this before, but the Creation Club did add a bunch of cool new armor sets, I think. Like variations. And, you know, not perfect, but cool. Let's talk to him, actually.
By the gods, what are you doing here?
Fascinating race, the Dwemer. Powerful and extinct.
Yes, quite. But if that power could be harnessed, controlled, the possibilities would be... But... who exactly are you? And why are you in here? Oh, I think it best you leave Mazincha. These ruins can be quite... dangerous.
Like this kind of dangerous. Actually, you know what? Since we don't use the torches anymore... Did I get rid of... No, I didn't. They're down the bottom. And what was that? A book. Speech goes up. Okay. I don't know why. I think it will be fun. Like I just think of sometimes different fun ideas for playthroughs, and they're things I've done, and I wonder if it would be more interesting to do a playthrough that's like no guilds, no main story, but like all side quest related stuff and just general exploration and bits of mods. I haven't played Beyond Bruma in a long time. It's another thing that might be interesting. I just have to time that with like sort of the arcs for this character, because also I don't want to flip-flop around. I am thinking we'll do Thieves Guild next, because I don't want to just, you know, in the still idea behind the scenes, gaining connections, stuff like that. And I feel like there's a natural segue into the Thieves Guild, but I don't want to, you know, kind of go and College of Winterhold, become more magic, a bit more magic oriented and stuff like that, and have a sage arc and then turn into, oh, I'm a thief now. You know what I mean? It kind of like, yeah, kind of mixes it up a bit. Yeah, I think of being a face, being a just run in and kill assassin, I think is pretty cool. Especially if you also play like properly like a bandit, like you're not gonna turn yourself in for a bounty or anything like that. But of course that like denies you access to shops and all kinds of stuff. A plot to kill the Emperor of Cyrodiil. Now I'm definitely glad I stayed. The mountain of corpses I've built has now put Titus Mead within my grasp. A successful assassination shall put the Empire in disarray, another fallen chess piece in my plan to free the Reach. I have left Cicero alive. Well, he was bleeding out, but I didn't finish the job. He's a fanatic, wholly devoted to the Night Mother, and he could be useful in the future. Fanatics are far easier to deal with in ways. They're far more predictable. Yet those with vaguer intentions, such as Astrid, they are harder to trust. Regardless, after I have slain the Emperor, it will be hard for her not to recognize me as the listener, the new leader of this organization.
This city is crawling with Imperial Legion, and you know what? I'm still nervous. Lazy and useless.
Stop right there. The tower is off limits until further notice. What's this now? An order of His Eminence, possessor of these papers. The Gourmet. By Azra. The Gourmet. I'm sorry, I didn't realize. We had no idea who to expect. You understand. You're not dressed as I would have suspected. But please, don't let me keep you. Proceed to the kitchen straight away. Gianna, the castle chef, has been eagerly awaiting your arrival.
I love how, like, he feels so villainous when you're playing, but it's like, you really are the villain. Like, he is pretty damn in the right with his actions. You know, he's just trying to protect the Emperor.
Not another delivery. I told you people our stocks are fine. Now put whatever you have over there, then get out.
You misunderstand, for I am the Gourmet.
The Gourmet? Oh, finally. When I heard the Gourmet was being brought in to cook for the Emperor, I could hardly believe it. It's just...
Yes?
Well, I just never expected the Gourmet to be a Breton. It almost seems too obvious. Some of the greatest cooks have been Bretons, and...
Silence. I'm ready to prepare the grand feast.
Oh, well, actually, you're not. Wearing a chef's hat, I mean. There's one right over there on the shelf. You can't very well cook without it.
On the... Yeah, you know, this is the essential component of an outfit. Ugh, it even clips. Okay.
Oh, just look at you. Absolutely brilliant. Now you're just as I imagined.
Didn't imagine much, just a person in a chef hat. Anyways, enough. The Gourmet is here to cook, not talk. Let us begin.
Oh, yes, but of course. The Emperor has requested your signature dish, the Potage le Magnifique. I've taken the liberty of getting it started. But the cookbook only says so much, and everyone makes the potage differently. I would be honored if we could make it the Gourmet's special way. The base broth is already boiled. We can get started right now. So, which ingredient should I add next?
A sweet roll.
Ooh, how decadent. I never would have guessed it. What next?
Vampire dust.
Vampire dust? Seriously? Yes, I guess I can see how that would add a more earthy texture. And oddly enough, we do have some on hand. All right, what next then?
Let's not do that. Let's do Nirnroot.
Really? Oh, I use Ninroot as a special seasoning all the time as well. What a wonderful idea.
It's so many mispronunciations.
Okay, now
Ninroot.
what?
Azura and Ninroot. Diced hawker meat.
Horker. So delicious, I swear. Is there a soul alive who doesn't enjoy the taste of... Sorry, I didn't mean to get carried away. There we go. 1 cup of diced horker meat. I have to say, the stew seems done. Add anything else and we may dilute the distinct flavors. So, is that it?
There's one final ingredient. Here, add this.
Oh? What is this? Some kind of herb? Are you sure? The potage tastes perfect as it is. Any other ingredient might...
Now, Gianna. Who's the Gourmet here?
I'm sorry. Of course, it's your most famous recipe after all. All right then, your secret ingredient's been added. And if I may say so, it has been an honor getting a chance to prepare a meal with, well, the best chef in the entire Empire. I'll carry the stew pot and lead the way up to the dining room. I'm sure the Emperor and his guests are dying to meet you.
I'm getting rid of that chef's hat. I'm not wearing it. Run with it, run.
But aren't you even the least bit nervous after everything that's happened?
You mean the wedding? My cousin's apparent murder? An unfortunate misunderstanding. No more. Cold mead, hot tempers. These things happen.
Quite. Yet that recent business with the young officer, Mara, was it? How dreadful.
Here we are. Gods, I'm nervous. We'll go in just a moment. Please, I'll serve. You just stand there and be amazing.
Incident. And I have been assured that the fault was with the man's son alone. Truth is, we are in no danger whatsoever. Killing an emperor can be useful, but befriending one, now that's beneficial, as I'm sure you'd all agree. Aha! Here we are, honored guests. I present to you the gourmet. Ah, the potage le magnifique. So delicious. My friends, as Emperor, I of course reserve the right of first taste. Oh, how marvelous. Just delicious. It is everything I had hoped it would be. I think something's wrong.
And he's gone.
By the gods,
also, the interiors are newer and cooler as well because of some of the mods that I've put in for Solitude.
That man was, by far, the most insufferable decoy the Emperor has ever employed. I'm glad he's dead. But I'm even happier that you killed him. You, an assassin for the Dark Brotherhood, have just made an attempt on the Emperor's life. Would have succeeded had it been the real man. Surprised? So was I when a member of your family came to me with a plan. We worked out a deal, you see. An exchange. I get you, and the Dark Brotherhood gets to continue its existence. But you know what? I've changed my mind. How about this? I kill you, and butcher each and every one of your miserable little friends. Your sanctuary's being put to the sword right now. That's what I think of this deal. You killed my son. All of you. And now you'll pay the price. Kill him. And make sure there's nothing left to bury.
Never should have come.
Come quietly or taste the Jarl's justice.
Alright, let's make a magnificent escape once again from Solitude.
By order of the Jarl, I command you to have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense?
Any chance I could talk you into overlooking this?
Right. But just watch yourself. Next time I might not be so lenient.
What's the...
You have committed crimes that can be arranged.
Okay.
Vampire, burn it.
Alright, look.
Just die.
Commander Mara's Prime Faction. Okay, I'm kind of going on a blood spree. Like... I don't think Solitude would enjoy...
You call yourself a warrior?
Yep, I do. I'm just going to take on all of Solitude in a second. Was that the last witness killed? At least I guess I can wait now. We just keep... I don't think Solitude is... I think we're going to have to join the Stormcloaks later on in the Civil War part of things, because we have kind of wrecked Solitude quite a bit. They do not seem to enjoy... Well, I mean, I don't get along well with the Solitude Guards anymore. This is my dark arc and so on. Hopefully later, if I go and, I don't know, meditate on a mountain and become a sage, I could be forgiven. Not that Askeladd's interested in forgiveness. Yet. Perfect. Oh, he's got a headache because low magicka. Time to slay more Imperials. Oh, I can't even use magic because...
I'll find you. God damn you!
Damn.
I can do this all day.
See, now that's satisfying.
One of these corpses. Time to end this game.
Oh, actually.
This what you want?
While I'm here, is there not a... I don't know if I've screwed it up. Is there... Or is it the others? Oh my god, no. Is there a Baron's Eye gem? There it is. Good. Cool. I did not want to be in that position where I... In case it, like, I don't know, disappeared and you couldn't use it anymore. Off with your head. I don't like that. I saved on and beyond. Like, I don't know. Kind of sucks that you can't. Like, it'd be cool if there was a few characters you could optionally save.
If I am to die today, so be it. But you'll not soon forget the Dark Brotherhood.
Mercy!
That's the end of
Alright.
that. So you are alive. I was starting to wonder.
The Emperor. It was all a trap. Someone set us up.
Considering most of us are now dead, I assumed as much. And before you ask, no, I don't think it was you. Well, maybe I did. But you saving my sorry hide just now sort of erased any doubts. So, thanks.
We need to get out of here.
You've got that right. Only a matter of time before we're roasted alive. Come on.
Look how cool his nice, clean, proportioned scimitar looks.
I am your only salvation. Come
sanctuary.
Embrace me.
Where'd you come from?
Time to end this. Victory is yours. I submit. Yeah!
Yeah!
Sorry, hold on. Quick sec. Okay, that's not what I had in mind.
Hurry, Nazir. I'm telling you, he's in there.
I'm going as fast as I can, you stupid she-devil. I don't see you helping.
I'm not exactly built for manual labor. Now come on, you've almost got it.
One more pull. There.
Can you get it open?
I think so. Just hold on a moment.
You must speak with Astrid. Here in the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow down. It's all right. You've been through a lot. Maybe you should just sit down for a bit.
I'm fine, but the Night Mother has another task for me. Let's go.
Oh, well in that case, lead on. I'm right behind you.
Okay.
Alive. You're alive. Thanks to this.
Astrid.
Shh. Please. There is much I have to say. And not much time. I'm sorry. So very sorry. The Penitus Oculatus. Marrow. He said that by giving you to them, he would leave the Dark Brotherhood alone. Forever. Oh, my Sithis, I was such a fool. All of this, it's all my fault. You are the best of us, and I nearly killed you, as I've killed everyone else.
I'm just gonna remain silent.
Don't you see? It was me. I set you up. Wanted you dead. I betrayed you. The Night Mother. Everything I hold dear. And now Marrow has betrayed me. I just wanted things to stay the way they were. Before Cicero. Before the Night Mother. Before you. I thought I could save us. I was wrong, but you're alive. So there's still a chance. A chance to start over. Rebuild. That's why I did this. Don't you see? I prayed to the Night Mother. I am the Black Sacrament.
What are you saying?
I'm saying you were right. The Night Mother was right. The old ways. They guided the Dark Brotherhood for centuries. I was a fool to oppose them. And to prove my sincerity, I have prayed for a contract. You lead this family now. I give you the Blade of Woe, so that you can see it through. You must kill me.
Okay. I don't know if I want to use the Blade of Woe. Let's give him the old chop.
Thank you.
Astrid. By the sands, I still can't wrap my head around it.
Oh, we also are going to start doing Into Magica now. We've got a perk point. Don't know where to spend it yet. I don't know, maybe we'll want to get Wind Shear and become a one-handed character. I don't know. We'll think about it. Return to the Night Mother.
Astrid is dead. It is as it should be. May she find redemption in the void. But while you live, the Dark Brotherhood lives. We must fulfill our contract. Emperor Titus Mead II must be eliminated. Speak with Armand Mortier at the Bannered Mare in Whiterun. He will know the true Emperor's location. But first, inform Nazir of your plans, for you are the listener and must bind this family together.
All right.
By Sithis, what a mess. I guess this is the end.
Not exactly. The Night Mother's spoken to me again.
What? Well, what did she say?
I must speak with Armand Mortier once more.
Armand Mortier? But that would mean...
The contract's still on. The true Emperor must be assassinated.
You mean there's still a chance? But how? Our plan has gone to ruin. Everyone is dead. The family...
Our family lives on, Nazir. You have to trust me.
All right then. Go. Go, my listener. Find out what that slimy bastard Mortier has to say. Then send the Emperor to Sithis. But when you're done, there's no use returning here, is there? I was thinking, the Dawnstar Sanctuary. We could make a proper home there. Listen, when you're finished with this Emperor business, meet Babette and me there. I'll find some way to move the Night Mother. Don't worry. Now go. And come back with a barrel full of gold, huh? Babette, my girl, you just worry about fulfilling the contract. I'll take care of things on this end.
Well, I can't do those. I'm going to have to report those back later and get the extra contract later on, I guess. Yeah, so I guess Askeladd's sort of like taking on the sort of mantle of like, listen, I'm head of the family kind of thing. But I think he's saying that more so for like poser reasons and just not really like a deep and earnest relationship, I guess. But now he's in control of the Dark Brotherhood, although a very weakened one. However, building it from the ground up in the way he desires it's gonna potentially give him access to, you know, a host of newly trained assassins and so on that can then be used at his own discretion to achieve his goals. Plus, taking out the Emperor as well is going to be a great goal for destabilization of Skyrim. And you know, it's a nice little, you know, the Empire's kind of screwed over the Reachmen many times. They've been oppressed under Imperial control, so it's not unreasonable to sort of want a little revenge. Not that I guess he's too motivated by that, more so just, look what I can do. I could assassinate the Emperor.
Well, I'll be damned. We heard you were dead. Mortier's in the back room if you've got business.
What is it? I said I didn't wish to be disturbed.
We have unfinished business, Mortier.
By the gods. You're alive. But I had heard your sanctuary. Please, you mustn't think I had anything to do with that. I wanted the Emperor dead. The true Emperor. I still do. It was Morrow. He...
The Emperor. The real Emperor. Where is he?
You mean after all that's transpired, the Dark Brotherhood will still honor the contract? Why, this is astounding news! Wonderful news! The Emperor is still in Skyrim, but not for long. He's on board his ship, the Kataraya, moored offshore in the Solitude Inlet. But you must hurry. If you can get on board that ship, kill Titus Mead II, as contracted, I will reveal the location of the dead drop that holds your payment.
Commander Morrow, where is he?
Ah, yes. I can imagine you'd want to settle that score. Last I heard, he was at the Solitude docks conducting the Emperor's departure.
And the ship, the Kataraya, how will I get on board?
Well, I don't know. It's in the Solitude Inlet. That's... I suppose you should go to the docks and
not helpful.
Swim?
Okay, time to conduct an assassination mission. Now, the thing is, I think we're going to approach this one with brute force for the reason that we are already wanted in Solitude. So by the time we get there, we're probably going to... I'm going to appear at Catler's farm, and they're going to come after me for my bounty, and I'm not going to jail before I assassinate the Emperor. So let's just carve our way through this. Bit of a challenge. Plus, I also want to find wind shear and such.
By order of the Jarl, stop right there.
I'd rather die.
That can be arranged.
Yeah. Not wise. I'm not going to kill innocents. Like people who aren't trying to get in my way. I don't feel like that's very Askeladd's character, but this darker arc is way more just... I'll do whatever. Hey. Okay, you shouldn't be.
Why are they hurting you?
You're already dead.
I'll try and make this quick.
You've bested.
Well,
You're as good as dead.
I think Askeladd's got a... I mean, at least they can kind of think he's an arm. Maybe I'm going to have to go Sage mode, get a new haircut. Oh, goodness. I really should be concentrating a little bit more. Being too nonchalant. Because the guards are leveled, I forget that. Not forget it, but, you know. Let's actually take the Penitus Oculatus armor as well. Maybe for later, but we are going to go through a different kind of arc, I should say. Hey, stop. See how much, like, proportional to, like, the actual damage that I was taking and the damage he could take. That bow was just doing so much. Anyway,
Somebody help.
off to go into the water. Don't cross Askeladd. Even though the guy Asmara was kind of doing his job. But yeah, when we get in here, we will carve our way through. Well, sorry, what was I saying? I was saying about the Askeladd's, like his sort of path, or how I think he can develop this darker route like him being a vampire monster or so on. It's basically an outfit change, haircut change, perhaps eventually even a vampiric identity change. All needs to kind of disappear. Although he's killed most people he's come in contact with. Was that a dragon? Okay, that's a dragon. I'm gonna have to... Or not, or... Yeah, like... You coming, or... Great. Well, I guess if the dragon's not... Alright, it's just gone, so... Time to climb aboard.
Is someone there?
May as well stealth through while we have the element of surprise, I imagine. Sorry, but it's like if you're on this ship, you're gone. Pretty nice ship. It's pretty decked out. Let's go up first because we're gonna have to get onto the. I want to get wind shear. You know, don't want to miss out on that. Oh, what a cool kill! I swear, this sneak archery is so. Whoopsie.
Hello? Who's there?
These are not the most observant guards. That is such crap. Oops, that wasn't high enough. Okay. Come on, there's my invisibility. Pretty damn sure that wind shear is up here, isn't it? There it is, wind shear stuck in the... That was a really cool hidden item. Got him. Well... Someone is still hammering on, but we won't let that distract us, I don't think. Actually, for once, I'm going to remember. Oh wait, do I even have it? Okay, no, it's for pickpocketing. Okay. Well. Oh well then. We'll figure it out.
And once more I prove Commander Morrow the fool. I told him, you can't stop the Dark Brotherhood. Never could. Come now, don't be shy. You haven't come this far just to stand there gawking.
I'm going to remain silent.
You and I have a date with destiny, it would seem. But so it is with assassins and emperors, Yes, I must die, and you must deliver the blow. It is simply the way it is. But I wonder, would you suffer an old man a few more words before the deed is done?
I feel like curiosity. Why not? Still silence, though.
You will hear me out, then? Good. You will kill me, and I've accepted that fate, but regardless of your path through life, I sense in you a certain ambition. So I ask of you a favor, an old man's dying wish. While there are many who would see me dead, there is one who set the machine in motion. This person, whomever he or she may be, must be punished for their treachery. Once you have been rewarded for my assassination, I want you to kill the very person who ordered it. Would you do me this kindness?
I'm going to remain silent.
Well, perhaps you'll at least consider it. Now, on to the business at hand.
Stabbed against a window. I won't be so rude as to just take his clothes and such. Will just be some kind of war axe. We just killed the Emperor. I think Askeladd's feeling pretty powerful right now in his influence. I, though, don't think I'm going to turn the back on. I have no sort of need to protect the interests of the Empire by, going off and assassinating the person who gave the contract. I feel like it's just not in Askeladd's view. I feel like he'll just, you know what I mean? And I don't think he's particularly attached to the Emperor, even if he's like nice old man or whatever. It's still the Emperor who was running the Empire in the whole time that Askeladd has been oppressed, during his childhood and everything, because of the Nords and all of that kind of stuff. Like, this was all done under the Empire's purview, so I don't think he feels as if he owes them anything.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by fire, and I'll send someone over.
Yes.
Aha! You're back.
Titus Mead II lies dead.
I know! I received the news not moments ago. Ha ha! This is glorious! My friend, you may not realize it, but you have served the Empire, indeed all of Tamriel, in ways you cannot possibly imagine. But you care little for politics, am I right? You want money, and money you shall have. Your payment waits for you at a dead drop. It is inside an urn, in the very chamber where we first met, in Vollenrud. Now please, go. Collect your money, and let us never look upon one another again. Our business, thank the gods, is concluded.
I'm not going to kill him. How interesting, though, the idea that killing Titus the Mede II is actually a good thing. I know people posit that sort of theory that they're going to replace him with a far more suitable heir or something like that, who will probably take more aggressive acts towards, like, you know, if you consider that Titus Mede II cowed before the Thalmor and stuff like that, maybe his policy against the Aldmeri Dominion isn't hardline enough, and maybe Amon Mortier is conspiring with other members of the Older Council to basically get him out of the picture so that they can enforce a more anti-Aldmeri Dominion position and prepare themselves for war, instead of just letting the Thalmor get stronger by the day. Whoa. This is news to me. $20,000 gold. Plus 19. Now I guess the final part of this is going to be rebuilding and sort of putting everything in a position where Askeladd's working on the Dark Brotherhood and using them to his advantage. Into the Dawnstar Sanctuary.
I'll admit, I'm having trouble coming to terms with all of this. I'll just follow Nazir's lead.
Well, what word of the Emperor?
Titus Mede II is dead, and by my hand.
Truly? Could you have brought us more wondrous news? Recent events notwithstanding, this is a happy day for us, my friend. Despite your misfortunes, you stayed true to the Dark Brotherhood. You've saved us all, and for this, you have my eternal thanks. Now, of course, I must ask, killing the Emperor, how much did Mortier pay for such a thing?
20,000 gold.
Ha! Remarkable. Well, the old bastard certainly made it worth your while, didn't he? Now, might I offer some advice? You should go to Riften and find Delvin Mallory. I believe Astrid had you visit him once before. Mallory is an expert obtainer of goods. We can use the money to repair and refit the sanctuary. Make a true home for us, huh? You do that, and I'll see what I can do about recruiting some new additions to our family.
Now that sounds like a good use of money.
Emperor Titus Mede II lies dead, and the Dark Brotherhood yet lives. But our work is just beginning. Approach me, listener, and hear my words. Yet another child has prayed to their mother. Speak with the blasphemous priest at the Temple of Kinnereth in Whiterun. Accept his gold, then kill the target. Hail, Sithis.
Cool. Well, now we know that that's the thing. Dark Brotherhood forever. Kill these. Did Nazir just wander off down here or something? He must have.
So many contracts. I hope the... But I digress. Here's your payment. Well earned as always. You... yes, listener?
I'm ready for the last contract.
Yes. Yes, I believe you are. Very well then. You need to find and kill Safia, the captain of the pirate ship, Red Wave. The ship travels the northern coast and sometimes isn't even in Skyrim at all. So you'll have to be patient. Good luck. You've got people to kill.
So it's going to be in Solitude again. I think I just got to waltz in and... Now, I guess we'll finish up those last things too. But yeah, it's definitely in Askeladd's interest to rebuild the Dark Brotherhood with him as the leader of it. Now that Askeladd's really powerful he has, he can, not so much as a vampire. I guess he's been pretty distanced from the whole Thane of Whiterun, Dragonborn kind of thing. And using that as a reputation, but as this sort of dark vampiric, like Lord of Vampires, and now leader of the Dark Brotherhood. Remains so.
Oh yes, it is Cicero. You are a fool to spare me. What, did you think I would be grateful? Cicero should be listener, not you. Now you will die. Gotcha! Oh, listener, you should
Askeladd's very
on your
unamused.
face. Oh, Cicero has returned, not to kill the kind listener, but to serve until one of us dies horribly in service to our mother. Best friends forever. In the meantime, I'll make myself at home in the sanctuary. I'm sure Mother needs tending.
Creepy, but okay. And it's good to have the Night Mother looked up. Just, now you get Nazir, Babette, and Cicero. It's nicer to have, I think. More characters. Alright, let's go kill Safia. Again, I wonder if the guards have respawned and we just become the Butcher of Solitude. Actually, that's a kind of a cool title. The Butcher of Hafengar. Yeah. I kind of like that. Although, I kind of don't want to build up a reputation for such. I suppose stealth's one way of going about it, but... I've just slaughtered Solitude in this Dark Brotherhood playthrough. The whole wedding thing, escaping and killing guards on the way out from the failed assassination of the Emperor, killing guards on the way in on the successful assassination of the Emperor. Oh, let's get out of the... Okay. That is a much... Thanks, whoever recommended that. That is a much nicer interface to look at. Okay, let's get going. Dun dun.
Is someone there?
Oh.
What was that?
Why is that?
I'll let you live this time.
I'm unsure as to why she lives.
You need to leave.
You're not supposed to be in here.
You need to leave.
I'm going to find whoever did this.
It's the last time I'll say it. Get out.
Okay.
Huh?
All right. I don't buy it. Why are you immortal?
Over here. Never.
Glass sword of turning.
Come here.
Is she like a? Is it like a creation club thing she's relevant to now? I just don't remember that. Okay. Anyway, kill a bunch of pirates. Like, what am I gonna do? Make my Hafengar bounty worse? Oh no. I mean, I think I'd be in a position. Oh no, you can't pay it off when it gets that bad. Have to go to jail. Which I'm also not gonna do, so. But, let's go to the other side. To the rift. Time to go talk to Delvin again. And now I feel like, too, we've had enough of a back and forth with Delvin and so on. And I feel like this is kind of what I'm going to use as a bridge to create further connections, because Delvin's very connected and able to procure lots of different things. And I feel like that's going to be this guy's, Askeladd's way in. And he's already been offered to join the Thieves Guild and so on, but now maybe he will simmer down a little bit, do a little something a little less violent, and sort of see where that gets him.
I think Brynjolf could give you all the information. Come back later, and I may have some work for you.
Can you repair and refit the Dawnstar Sanctuary?
The Dawnstar Sanctuary? Is that where you lot are holding up?
Job's done, boss.
Tell you what, it'll cost you a lot, but I can help you out. What exactly are we talking about here?
Jarl was planning a surprise raid on us.
Well, let's of course start with some new banners.
Banners, huh? Try to tell me what you need. And
A poisonous
that'll
milk.
come in handy. And how can we? Of course
I'm
you
not
do.
going to sit through this one.
Now that's the Dark Brotherhood I know and love. Tell me what you need, and I'll get my people on it.
Of course, a master bedroom for myself.
Chamber fit for a king and all that. Right, no problem. Give you a big. Tell me what you need, and I'll get
And a
my
secret
people.
entrance.
Yeah, we can do that. I'm thinking a sewer grate on the outskirts of Dawnstar. I'm afraid that's it, my friend. I've done all I can. I hope the place is at least livable now. And,
Let me take care
good
of
luck with your...
Stay out of trouble, or there's gonna be trouble.
I wonder if Askeladd is going to undertake some self-reflection between now and the next episode. It's much easier for me to construct these sort of backstory segments and stuff like that in between the episodes, create a little cinematic deal of it, which also just allows me to sort of make it seem less sudden, because the assumption is in between these episodes time passes, like, months or something like that. Or weeks at the very least. Well, now let's use the secret entrance, of course. We've got to do that. kind of weird that there's a sewer grate behind here, but, you know, it's neither here nor there.
Why am I not surprised to learn Cicero is alive? I still can't stomach the little clown. But if you welcomed him here, I won't question it.
Okay. Safir is dead.
By Sithis, now I am truly impressed. To kill a pirate captain on our own ship no less, simply masterful. You've not only earned your payment, but my respect as well. And believe me, friend, that does not come easily. I'm afraid that concludes our business. You have exhausted all available additional contracts. But I'm sure you've got plenty to keep you busy right about now,
I wonder if I can just
I'll
get
teach you how to use it effectively and keep you quick on your feet.
I mean, why not? You know, we've got plenty of gold. Can get us to 90.
Yes, listener. How may I serve you?
Nothing.
Walk
Good, now we're getting Dark Brotherhood recruits. Everything's all come together. I guess we've got a little torture chamber. Okay, some of those moans don't sound appropriate for what I'm expecting.
What? Mother?
Yeah, I think that's it. There'll be a cool close in. I mean, enjoy the little outro thing. But next episode, I think we're doing the Thieves Guild, and I'm excited for you guys to see the continued adventures of Askeladd. So thank you so much for watching. Really enjoy. If you guys have any comments, by the way, you know, throw them down. Let me know what kind of feedback or things or even ideas for Askeladd's journey and so on. I think I've got a pretty good idea, but I can always be you know, swayed in the moment. So, yeah. Like the video if you enjoyed. Share it around. And thanks so much as always, guys. I'll see you later. The Emperor is dead. Run through the back with the Paladin's blade. Funny that. My actions are anything but holy. Who knows what this means for the Empire right now, but I suppose it will play out in time. Astrid betrayed me, and for it she paid dearly. The Brotherhood was in ruins, and well, the handsome sum of coin made from the contract will be used to build a new sanctuary in Dawnstar. Nazir and Babette remain, along with Cicero, all loyal to me, the listener. The Dark Brotherhood will be rebuilt in accordance with my vision, and its ranks will carry out my will. I bear two unholy titles now, Listener of the Brotherhood and Lord of Castle Volkihar. My actions a blood-stained trail, winding its way up the mound of corpses on which I sit. My name does not matter. I am a hunger unsated, a shade without sun. I am the darkness that comes and takes, and I will take the reach.